Audio working. Check. No need that for now. No need this for now. Okay. Alright, hello everybody. We are back with more Esoteric Ebb today. We were supposed to do Resident Evil, but I did start a little bit late today, so we're just gonna do Esoteric Ebb, and tomorrow, if I start early enough, we will be doing Resident Evil. So for now, let's just play this. I also kind of really want to continue anyway. Oh! Oh, more things appear the more people you meet! So we met we met the Celestial, we met Snell. That's actually really cool, so depending on who we meet, things can change. That? Oh, look, they're in session notes. So, last time session notes. You're writing Tolstoy via waking up in a morgue, you picked up a goblin sidekick, and now you need to focus on the actual job. You need to get inside, the entrance is in the middle of the big open outside area. If you find yourself stuck, there's probably some other ways of getting inside. You also heard got the owner to track down. Once you've heard, this guy, he could have already left the city. You can catch him before he hops into the next ship on Water Lane. Nothing so far has given any decisive evidence. Everything about this stinks. DM Chris. Alright. Let's get into it. So we are here, but it is 1850. We should get back upwards instead. And try and see if we can find... well, anything. So first things first, get out of here. Up. Enter. Okay, we already know this other dude's pretty much weird. We weren't able to go into the tavern even though it was locked before, so that kind of stinks. This guy's not going to give us any information. There's only rocks in here. So we need to find something else. It still looks like daytime. Stopping rainwater. It looks like daytime, but it's not daytime. It's 1800, which... yeah, see, the Drunken Sphinx is... oh, we can go in now? Now we can go in. I wasn't able to before. Alright, let's see if we can find... that's a goblin. That's a sphinx. There's someone smoking in the corner. A bard. No sign of the owner anywhere. No Aracroca or any bird-type person. Hello. Inavira, it would be something akin to 1,000 a month standard fare, really. Obviously, all my propriety deals would have to be included in that, obviously. Which would make it akin to double that price, at least. The orc woman places her cup on the counter and leans forward. We hope you'll consider it. The fiendish woman behind the counter gives her a wide, sharp grin. Oh, she's the satyr. Vera turns to leave and almost walks right into you. Whoop. Cleric, lovely to see you again, but I can't stop to chat. Do swing by Water Lane later, will you? As the orc says past you and leaves the tavern, you look over to the woman behind the bar. She locks eyes with you while putting away the orc's cup. Hello. Hi. Behind the counter stands a woman of fiendish origin, focused on filling up one of the taps. She immediately stops when she notices your approach. A tiefling. Welcome to the Drunk Sphinx. What'll... my good lord, a cleric. How lovely to see the city stop by. She gives you her full attention. Name's Rick's Bitter. I'll be serving you tonight. Oh, no. Do you have much information that could help me move my quest? Sure. If there's anything I can do for you, just let ask. I know more than most in this sprawling city of ours. Oh, Snell! She exclaimed as she noticed him over the counter. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Want something to drink? I'm on the clock. He nods towards you. Oh, you're the escort, eh? That's not how I'd phrase it, but sure. She laughs and sticks a sharp finger in your face. Don't get Snell into too much trouble, you hear? He's already grumpy enough as it is. The two of them clears her past in an enemies to lover kind of way, only without the lover's part. You two friends now? No. Don't say that, you're hurting my feelings. There's tension. If you want to rise out of him, ask him about it. Oh no, but it's not spent a lot of time in here? You don't need to ask her, it's not relevant. He does, she says, ignoring his comment, although this is the most convenient third place for the HWBT, so it's not like he's got too many options. The third place, a place for community and socialization that is not the home or work. Alright, I got some other questions. We're not going to dive into that. What do you know about the tea shop? It blew up. She looks shocked. People keep saying that. Right? Very strange. She gives you a quick shrug. Wasn't here, not usually on Tolstad over noontime. More of a night gal, obviously. So I'm not much help, sadly. I've just heard the regular. But I can recommend talking to the kid in the kiosk. Yeah, I spoke with Aaron. Great, hope you didn't scare him too much. Kidding. The owner? Drummer? He's a real piece of work. Like, I'm impressed that he kept that tea shop afloat for so long, but... I just know the rumors, Kay? I love rumors. She leans in with a smirk. Same. Drummer kept the tea shop full of azaglis, mostly young ones, but supposedly he'd be working with the freestyles on the side. Do you think he blew it up himself? No. She shakes her head and repeats her answer. Nah, that bird couldn't make a ballsy move like that. Now run away from it, for sure. That's what I expect. And indirectly, I'd be surprised if he's not at least a little to blame. Where do you think he's at? Well, I do remember him mentioning something of an escape plan one time. Escape from what? The bird was drunk, okay? You uttered something about covering every liability, and how his escape plan was... Look, I thought it was a bad joke. But he said, from what I can recall, that his plan was to sneak into a crate and ship himself to Reed's. Idiotic, you'd have to survive for weeks in a tiny cramped space. Some birdfolk can survive for months without sustenance. And if he had friends on board, they could just let him out if they passed the immigration control. It's very smarter than I thought. I mean, I'm sure it's happened at some point, historically. She shrugs, drunken ramblings, but if I were you, I'd check Water Lane. Does he come here often? Nah, or well, yeah. Is that a maybe? Look, I see him around. He's not a regular, but when he does show up, he's loud and wants to perform, you know? She gestures towards drumming on the counter. Not the greatest patron. That's it for now. Sure. What's up with the... That's Olz's. Great gal. She's a Gynosphinx. Been here since, like, early Gate era. A Gynosphinx, a monstrous being often found undertaking missions for the gods. A feminine force capable of seeing through time and space, collector of ancient lore, and dispenser of riddles, known to test mortals to uncover their true worth. But good luck getting more than that out of her. She always drinks as much? Yeah, that's the only reason this place stays open. She lets us all hang around her sacred chamber, and in return I get her pumped on some river wine. You're telling me about the Sphinx? No problem. What are you waiting for? That's a cheeky question. Don't worry, I'm not repressed. You don't have to if you don't want to. Well, if you're being so nice about it, then I'll have to. She really loves to talk about her own thoughts and opinions for days, so... You made this one very happy. Earlier on, I thought about voting for the agricultural party. They had a big focus on small business owners. And that's me. But obviously they moved over to a bigger worker class focus and are now completely swallowed by Asgalism. So for now I'm leaning toward the Freestriders. They want to build up the economy and increase trade, which will directly make my life so much easier. But it's hard to ever vote for the Nationalists when they want my kind to be a second-class citizen. Ooh. This tiefling. And the Freestriders will let you buy your way to first class or what? She gives a half smirk, something like that. Hey, just because I vote for him doesn't mean I'm dedicated for life. They happen to be the most useful for my business, nothing else. For fascism, she enthusiastically meets your hand in a satisfying smack. Hot shit. Hell yeah. That's all the politics for now. Okay. That's all for now, thank you, citizen. Okay, so we need to get out of here. It's dusk. Okay, we gotta get to Water Lane ASAP. Like, as soon as we humanly can. Did I go the wrong way? Shit. Journal, where are we? No idea where we are, bro. Okay, what is this? Path up Tolstad. Okay, there. Wait, we know where this is. We know where this is. This is the underground. There's a snail over there. There's snail folk are still around somehow. Okay, go. I know this has to be Water Lane area. Is that lady still from here? I feel like she's in a cult. It's very culty wear. Okay. Oh, right, this thing. Right. We should probably save here, because we might get into something that we don't want to get into. Let's hear it out. A tense scene.
Huh.
A cleric, just in time. Four young guys, each looking a bit nervous. Except the angry-looking blonde kid. We confiscated the legal goods, he says and bows his head. For the city. He turns his head towards one of the kids behind him. How's it going, Earthness? I'm trying, hold on. Are you militia? I'm Rollo, the blonde kid says and takes a bow. Rollo Malak, at your service. Behind me are Earthness, Stenbusken, and Toli. We're members of the Norwegian resistance, a movement to...
Huh?
You are thieves. And ignorant book burners. The girl adjusts her spectacles and straightens her back. Oh, Modissa, no. With all due respect, Mr. Cleric, she says, don't believe a word from these thugs. You notice the other two girls behind her, a halfling and a dwarf, both look at each other. Oh, the dwarf from earlier. Or the halfling? No, that's dwarf. Jahan, clanless. Assholes. Careful, it's an actual cleric. Thugs? Come on, Modissa, really? Like the AY aren't just a bunch of ruffians? I see enough. This activist clashing. The AI? Asgalis use. Hello, everyone, I'm the cleric. They've stolen, you stole, our entire water lane delivery. Yeah, sure, of an illegal newspaper. Lord Cleric, I assure you we're doing the city a favor here. I take that back, it's just a bunch of larpers. A larper, an insult meaning someone who's delusional and role-plays themselves into a position of power or importance. Based on LARP, meaning life acting role-playing. Lord the Cleric, no, we're not doing that. Oh, I need to correct something. You're not actually a cleric. Okay, so I'm sensing conflict here. You're here to uphold the law, right? So arrest these assholes. Hold on. We need all information. Now, the dwarf that grabs her hand and holds her back. Modessa, calm down, please. What does the law say about this conflict? The Asgold chant, or whatever silly name its anonymous publisher gave it, is not licensed for distribution in Tolstad. At the same time, it's illegal to steal and deliver newspapers from mailboxes. Even if those papers are delivered illegally. That's a lot of illegality. Both are in the wrong, in different ways. Alright, you, what's going on here? First of all, thank you for listening to reason. I know we look like some dumb kids, but we're not. Something about his expression makes you think the exact opposite. He gestures towards you and then to himself. We're on the same team here. I don't look dumb. He says, looking dumb. Stop stalling, tell me what you're doing here. So... Copper Press Fever. We heard about the Asgold champion delivered on Tolstad. Or I did, at the guild. I work at the fishery, and I see every day how Earthfolk get radicalized by dwarven nonsense. So I figured I'd get the boys with me and Wade, you know, put a stop to it. Glance at the paper behind him. We couldn't figure out where the thing was being printed or anything. A lot of copper press signs don't really have official companies behind them. It doesn't trust like the chant. You hear it coming from the short kid in the back. Oh, go fuck yourself, Toli. Hey, relax. I'm telling our story here to the good Lord Cleric. He turns back to you and coughs once. Of course, it's illegal to distribute unlicensed papers in every official district, so I ask around. Apparently, someone saw these girls at the university going around delivering it. What's that difficult to figure out? It was Modissa doing the deliveries. Fucking Modissa. She's not allowed to do that, large kid in the back says with a nod. There's history here? Yeah. Back in school, everyone knew who Modissa was. The Asgalith Annoyance, the blonde kid says with a grin. Such a terrible nickname, unimaginative and boring. Also, fuck you. I love these guys. Anyway, that's how we got here. They're delivering a legal magazine, and we're put a stop to it. He grins wide and proud. Alright, you explain your side. She scoffs. Fine. Her dwarven friend mutters, Modissa, in a concerned tone. Her friends are trying to keep her from being too brazen. Why? If they're in the right, she should be brazen. We deliver papers for the Asgalian chant. Maybe you've heard of it. It's a pretty big deal. He chuckles. The paper's not terribly popular, but it is known for radical articles and political stances. She draws a sharp breath. We have a busy schedule, and right as we start delivering the papers in Waterlane, these pieces of shit start following us. Taking papers we've just delivered right out of the people's mailboxes. That's illegal, right? As a half girl. Somewhat illegal. Of course it's illegal. And then they grab one of our paper stacks from Zerba, like straight up assault and theft, and... Modessa, it wasn't... They can't get away with this. It probably was not that bad. Come to a conclusion. Good. He's hiding it as a nervous expression. Great, good. Isn't there a compromise to be found here? Oh boy. Come on. God damn it. No. No compromise. Oh hey. He's terrified. You're frustrated already. You look like you're trying to take it out on both sides. If you fail again, then to give back the papers. Beware. Stare at him. His pores are sweating. Come on. Yeah, we go. Oh, we have Snell helping us. Okay, good. Puff out your chest. Take a deep breath. Place a hand on his shoulder. Your gloved hand grabs him firmly and he gives you a freaked out expression. Kid, give her back the papers. He mutters, trying to form an argument. Oh, stay quiet. He glares at you. Give back the papers. He glances away from you. You can see his mind working behind those wide eyes. Then he slowly nods. Young and dumb updated. Rollo snatches up the stack of papers and tosses them over to Modissa. She catches them with an oof, accompanied by a foul expression. Grumbling, the boys then leave Water Lane. Gods be damned. The three girls clap themselves for a second. Shit. Yeah, wow, that was scary. Mr. Cleric, thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot. And turn away from them. Within a minute, they dispersed, leaving Water Lane a little bit less rowdy than before. I'd say that was the right choice, even if those girls seem shady as well. Now let's get out of here. Okay, so he's so we should probably check with these guys, the Free Trade Company. Just gotta walk around the Griffin. Griffin is just chilling. Let's see, is any... Okay, so nothing here. So we should definitely try and get... Probably at the docks, because it's already dusk. It's finally dusk, I should say. The other guy won't be open for a while, so we might as well just look for a crate. We couldn't look at any of these crates. Nothing is glowing here. That's puffing. Nothing here, so we might just try... We can try the Free Trade Company, actually. See if we can get anything from that. Can we go down here now? Doesn't look like we can. It's probably only open in certain times. But free trade should be open, right? Son of a... Okay, so we don't know where the guy is. We can't get through here. Can't activate anything here either. How do we get here? It's like something over here that we have to find to try. I know this is the easiest way through, but it won't let us through. So... Oh, there's someone over here. There's someone new. Hello. A cleric. Sorry, I'm busy. Damn it. Okay, so that guy is like the same dude from last time. Read and Mead. It's not on the door here. Oh? You approach the door. Bookbinder! Knock on the door. Within seconds of the knock, the slit on the door slides open. Behold, you see a large yellow eyes glaring at you. We gotta get our book binded! Heyo. Is this pest control? In a sense. The eyes push close to the slit in the door. As they do, a bush of gray feathers pokes out. A bird folk! Oh! Oh! A cleric. I'm a rogue. Huh. The birdman behind the door ruffles his feathers. Shin Layan, that's my name. I have a prayer book, can you fix it? Prayer book, yes, I have seen quite a few. Drop it inside, I'll check it in. Drop it. Huh. Yeah, it's just horrible. Salt water, lips swollen. You could avoid the worst of this if the drying process had been handled better. I will rebind the foul mess for you. How much will it cost? You'll see, it will depend on the process. I will need guidance on the direction of the rebinding. The spells inside are lost, however the style and formatting can be saved. Using my skills, I can aim at something from the towers, which would be most similar to the original work. I could also focus on rebinding it in the style of a druidic ledger, or perhaps as a grimoire of the dark and forbidden art. Ooh. Primal spellcaster, often balanced keeping actors. Oh. Unreal intention, intelligence, wisdom, forbidden magic. Isn't that illegal? I am a registered spellcaster in your city. Oh, it's an owl! Gives me the rights to handle any magical components. Sounds profitable. It is indeed. Charisma upgrade, or are you doing attention? Primal druidic. Do we want druidic stuff? Wait, hold on. You know druidic stuff? I have many customers, including the various druids of the city. They have aversion to modern practices themselves, since my services are well appreciated. Ooh. Do we want forbidden magic, or do we want druid? This game is pretty replayable, so maybe we should keep trying to be a rogue. We're not doing great with being a rogue. We keep going back and forth between cleric and rogue and wizard. Let's go with the charisma update. Phoenix Folio. That I will do. Return tomorrow, not while the sun rises. I am either resting or working intently during those hours. Anything else you want? I need help from the pest control. Rats. Oh. They're awful, keep spawning out of the sewer pipes. Yeah, the PCG should really take care of that. Yes. That's not an angry bird noise. But that bastard guild leader tore them slip keeps telling them they don't have time. No time? If a dozen teams running around the city, no time. I feel the big problem is that they cannot get anyone to do pest control missions at 1-star levels. The PCG's rankings is based on the danger of any particular pest they handle. Now, of course, rats would be a 1-star. The halfways, we haven't relied on the PCG for years. They just don't have time for anything over a 2-star danger ranking. It is very annoying. I have looked into it, and the problem is the pest control teams that join the guild only take a 1-star missions for a couple of weeks. And they quickly start focusing only on the higher paying tasks, and all the actual normal pests keep on spreading throughout the city. It is a ridiculously idiotic system. So while all the mimics and monsters keep getting slayed, nothing is done about these darn rats. The pest control guild uses a legendary poor design. Entirely due to it being a public thing, of course. Had it been prioritized from the start... The bird takes a few breaths after his rant. Worst part, my nephew has a team himself, the White Doves they're called. And I've tried sending messages to him also, but he just says the same thing. Oh, damn. Too busy, too busy. I can take a look at it. If you do, I would be very happy. The rats seem to come from the sewers connected with the city below. Tell me about your nephew. He calls himself Valerian Windrider. That is the Norvikian way of saying his name. He's also active within the Freestarter party, if you're interested in throwing a vote for one of my fellow Alkin. He worked with one of those filthy Yobus, with a Yobu, which I am not happy about. Oh, and a little halfling, a cleric in fact, of the Lady Fair Church. Over in housing, right? That's the one I think they're connected with an orphanage. The almond scoffs. Sure, and then you go ahead and take up all the big scary monsters that crop up in the city. No way, I worked my ass off trotting through the sewers catching rats for barely nothing to pay out. Really? Yeah, I'm that good of a guy. Well, if I was like you, this city would be a better place. Well, good luck with that. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Alright, so we're getting a book binded, which is great. We'll probably get it back tomorrow. How do we get down here? Like, maybe it doesn't show up until nighttime, and that's the problem, because there's nothing else we can really do. This door's closed, we already went there. This is not a door we can get into. There's nothing here. Nice outfit, human. Thank you, citizen. Nothing here. We have a lot of stuff in the questing tree, though. There's only a few more quests left, actually. Take root. Huh? Oh, what's this do? Trouble brewing. Young women running around the streets, slinging Asgulus propaganda to unsuspecting citizens. Boys causing chaos in the name of some hapless magazine-inspired rebellion. This cannot be tolerated. Indeed, this must be solved with the might of the state. We shall. The Asgul used to nothing to warn since pushback. This era is one of communication, ideas, interchanged freely between a populace of free-minded thinkers, folk dreaming of an egalitarian potential. However, the problem lies with the unfortunate who break the sincere Volcarian thought with reckless unkindness. You must pray for them, beg of them. To please stop being so mean. Do you think that would work? One can wish. These boys might be unkempt and rough, but they are proud citizens of a great city. They are performing a service, albeit a crude one beyond the realm of law. But the youth Asguls, they are even much more unlawful, to much of a steeper degree. How do you calculate that degree of unlawfulness? Entirely through the morality of the behavior, which means feelings. Feelings. Yes. You are feeling like the boys are in the right. What has happened here is a complication upon society, a representation of the wider culture. Young men are drawn towards the rough, downtrodden world of the dreamers, the hope of national unity through an Arthurian story, one of leadership and honor, but without the guiding star there is no such singularity, no control, no wise king to bend the knee to. Instead, those boys are simply expressing pain through violence, enacted onto those who are attempting to craft a more caring future. That is, young women. They are opposed to young men, are drawn towards a more social type of unity, with welfare and Asgalian, flattened hierarchical structures, beyond Asgul himself, who is by his function also a male figure. It is to womanly people you shall look towards. Lady Fair is one. The halfling god? Yes, Lady Fair and those not. The walking god who gave everything to save her people. Her words are few but spread far across the coast. Her church is quite active among Norvikian society, as an organization of charity one open to all folk, no matter their origin. An egalitarian dream. This is why women, as harsh it is to say, are simply more suited for Norvikian leadership. Lady Fair makes it clear. A house held by women stands any season. Hmm. Then does that mean you can be bringing wisdom and goodness to the world as a man? But if a woman rises to the occasion, you must make an effort to enable her rise. There is something so powerful about dreams. Ideas spreading from man to woman, woman to man. But the Asgalian dream is not a blessing. It is a smile wrought in pain, a vision of 1,000 layers of intersected nets and labels, tangling every person, ensnaring them into oppressor or oppressed. And there is oppression. There are unfair hierarchies. The world is corrupt. But not fundamentally. If these boys are pushing back against Asgalium, that is only natural. It is an ideology which pushes a foundational belief that they are naturally oppressively superior. If a young man grows up in a squalor, finding zero advantages from him being a man, among patriarchs, nor any power from being a human, especially if he grows up within non-human clusters, something more many of the poorest humans do, when he is unable to find a job at age 19 and has almost no political, societal, or economic power in his life. Which dream do you think he would believe in? The one calling him to fight to reclaim what is his by right? A good life as a future patriarch? Or the one calling him an oppressor? It does not call him an oppressor, that is an unfair reading. Asgalism is about systematic change. The young man is trapped in the same cycle of violence that all men find themselves, since the dawn of time, that he must fight, that he must be a patriarch to have that good life. Asgalism would lead the foundation that allows him to be free from these burdens. He would be free to find that job, that good life, with the same prospects as everyone else. The foundation is laid by raising women to the forefront, by allowing them to flatten other hierarchies and bring about a new world. Hmm. That is an argument, but does not change the core values. You need to come to that realization. The one every boy reaches towards the late stages of their capitalistic, pubertistic, and socialistic awakenings. That. No, not at all. It's only your placement, you must understand. Figure out where you've planted those 2 feet of yours, and accept where your bones will begin their incessantly slowish grind into the pavement. Learn more. Steel yourself. Seek love. Do more. Oh god damn. No, no. That is far more complicated than you ever could have imagined. So many relations, so many intersectional divergences. How a man who feels feminine connects in the hierarchy with a woman who feels womanly but acts manly in order to fit among patriarchal standards. Only to be controlled by, Jesus, this is really deep, by a manly woman who seeks feminine ideals in order to break those same standards. If it is simply too much for you to make sense of, to break down, to sample even an inch of truth from the whole. No one said this whole egalitarian dream thing was going to be easy. That is true. But this is far too much for you right now, at least. Maybe it is only your side of the aisle, which you have only hope of understanding this day. To know man in order to know woman, then yes. Everyone lay upon your spectrum, each judged for their perceived and internalized values. You are approximately 0.52 decimals across the line to masculinity. That is, in a less abstract definition, a little over halfway to being a full man. Sorry, what? Slightly over halfway, yes. I'm only halfway? It is not our deal. I mean, I'm a woman? Of course not. And do not react like some sensitive wimp. The feminine is a beautiful ideal by itself. Fearing it, fearing your position on the spectrum, is weakness by itself. These dudes are giving like therapy at this point. The average man is, if you think back to your ability to snuff out manhood, usually placed around 0.50 decibels of masculinity. That makes you 0.2 man than the average man. That's not halfway then. Halfway to being the most manly, yes. You are approximately averagely decently middle ground manly. So we're average. A normally sized manhood instead of a perfectly medium shaped man. I can work with that. I already have for many years. Now, you will choose. What? You know the choose a side. In all honesty, you must think of this as a representation of your future struggles. In other words, the person who blew up the tea shop, the one you must discover. Will it be a man or woman? It could be either. A man. A sorcerer would surely be able to sling more esoteric force, but a man is more likely to enact it. Tell me more about Lady Fair. The halflings built a religion out of feminine love. You can do something similar. Extra preventing roles when speaking with feminine characters. Tell me about the future patriarch. A brotherhood, a patriarchy. A good and just world is within your grasp. What does it mean in this context? It means where the target land on yours gender spectrum. There will always be one side of this esoterically decided middle point. If you disagree with that judgment, take it up with your. This is the probable outcome, yes. But do not always assume the gender placement of a target. The world is often more complicated than you initially imagine. This is complicated, but very interesting. So, okay, so the future patriarch will give us extra proficiency in roles when speaking with masculine characters, while Lady Fair is against feminine characters. I feel like our rules are pretty equal as it is. We gotta just shoot side on one. Alright, choose a feat. Do so. Stand tall. Do not be afraid. Okay, Lady Fair or... This is actually a really good question. Lady Fair or the future patriarch? I... Who would be the most useful? For our future struggles, we are gonna have to consider the goblins too. But also the guy people that are coming up are mostly male. The tea shop owner, possibly the person in yellow. It was described as male from the kid's perspective, as well as it was male for Daryl. Daryl's a male. The Celestial is I think they're neither, though it's feminine presenting. Aw, man, both of them are really good, but who would be Lady Fair or the future patriarch? We gotta choose a feat. Duh. Lady Fair, we don't seem, and of course think about the two people, the Freestars and the Asgalis. We know there's two females heading that. And we know the Goblin leader is a female. That's 3 females. The Celestial is feminine presenting. That's 4 females. What we're doing now for the quest, the tea shop. There's the male shop owner, the male Darrow, who's like the coin keeper. And then the possible male that ran down the sewers or the city below. 3 different type of males. We've seen a lot more males. And then there's the bugbear who's female. There's 4. It's kind of even. Shoot, this is hard. They all give really good ideas. Lady Fair, the future patriarch. I'm gonna go with... I feel like there's more males we gotta talk to right now. But am I gonna regret the female one later? Patriarch. Stand straight, shoulders back. Gain experience. Every man with a radius of 2.3 kilometers will respect you for your choice here. The rest will soon follow. Be slightly less confused about gender. I'm still very confused. What the fuck? Oh, we have a level up. Okay, let's level. Alright. Let's try and, let's see, we have 1 point to that. We get another spell slots, 1 hit dice, some more, we have more health. Charisma, strength, dexterity. Okay, I'm tired of having, we're still gonna be -1 in a long time. So the roll for this, brute force on puzzles, punches big evil minds want to become a real human hero. Constitution. The boldly truth. Ego. Belief in the heart of all folks. Shoot. But if I choose any of these, they don't really change too much. I kind of want to get out of my strength thing, but I am working towards being. Big risk and fails every time. Doesn't notice anything in time. Okay. So it even says like this actually has like these two actually has a bunch of this. Weak sniveling rat. Bows down to anyone stronger. Can't handle the banter. Gets up and going gets tough. Is afraid of what? What the hell? Damn. Okay, nothing's gonna change with dexterity or charisma. I think these are pretty solid, but we need a little bit more, but we're still gonna be in the negatives. But at least it's not too bad. And we did just choose strengths feat, so that's fine. So it actually turns that color. Complete. We don't get anything from this, fortunately. Democratization. Circle square conflicts. So everything else, there's a lot. There's a lot. So right now we're 1 Nationalist, 3 of the Freestars, 1 Ascalus, and 1 Arcanist. These other 2 we haven't at all chosen, but we've gotten closer with the Ruffled Feathers. Huh. This is like so intricate. In a good way, but Jesus. Alright. a little light over here. Can we now go down here? Nope. Still can't. At least we got our stuff handled. Can you go in here now? Come on. Still shut for the day. Man. A dwarf. Gets it across the dockyard. Okay, maybe we gotta go to the docks? Actually, we're trying to get to the docks. We can't. It's now nighttime. We are solidly within nighttime. Nothing's really glowing. There's this goblin over here that's not really doing much. Got along the watch entry here. Maybe around here we'll find something? We can go right back. But 2400 is when we can actually go to the other area. We are not going to touch that. Okay. So maybe we can go back here. Or maybe the docks. The docks. No. We already went to Water Lane. There's nothing here. But maybe we just gotta go in and out. Because we did reach dusk. Now it's nighttime. So maybe now is something new? No. I was gonna sell this milk. These are blocking the door. Goes for the day, AR staff. It's also these little pinecone dudes that keep appearing. What's this? Upper, lower W docks. Long tunnel to pillar crossing. Why can't we get down here? Okay, he's not gonna be doing anything here. No one's over here. Can't get in there. How do we do this? Okay, we can try and go back to Pillar Crossing and see if that area has anything to help us. We can also go downwards, but we need to talk to that Duke. Or the... Uh-oh. A face of iron appears from nothing. You hear the goblin say something to you. Dagger. Oh. He doesn't need to raise his voice. You know the gravity of the word. This creature visits death upon your door. Fight back. Dexterity. Roll initiative. God damn it. Well. Who starts first? Shit. Breathing stopped. Fear response began. The masked one is ready. The sharp dagger thrust toward his target. Ow. The ring mail underneath is the only thing keeping you from being gashed open. This guy wants to kill you. Don't let him. Great advice. Can Jason put the blade away? We're going to do this. Shield of Faith. Oh! It worked! The goblin remains in his fighting stance for a few more seconds. Oh my god, good job, Grease. He then relaxes his posture, giving you a nod. Brutal. Calculated. If it works, it works. He leans out over the abyss, staying several steps away from the colorful substance greased all over the bridge. This really should add guardrails here. They really should. Sadly, the old lady couldn't get the building permit, otherwise we'd have bolted up this place a long time ago. But for this one, I guess it worked out. Yeah, sort of. He rubbed his chin. Someone wants us dead. Or you, more likely. We must investigate carefully. Yeah, another one on the list. Adrenaline wearing off. Beware. Everything's a bit wobbly. Oh boy. Claire, do you need any... Locates mature stab. You press a hand against your neck, right where you felt the blade hit. The area hurts, but more importantly, it is not wet. You will live. I'm fine, you got my armor. Really? Yeah. Aren't you lucky? He said, taking a deep breath. Guess we're gonna need it if someone's sending assassins after us. That mask was weird. Yeah, it gives me the creeps just thinking about it. I'm glad I thought of the grease thing. I used 2 spells, but you know what? That's worth it. Looks like some old ceremonial thing. Religious rites, sacrifices, cults. Cultists? These days, evil cults aren't a thing in Norvik. He gives you a snide smirk, if you believe the magistrates. He is implying there's a world underneath the city the city officials do not know or care for. The city underneath the city. I love that place. Could also be connected with something below. He snapped his fingers. We should go ask Snur, your new scholarly friend. He might know a thing or two about cults. What do you think I actually sent that guy? No clue. Let's hope they're as bad at their job as that guy was at his. Yeah, that assistant really was ass. The ambient groan of Norvik's red rocks echo below. The river coursing around you, hugging you. You glare into the darkness. But you will see nothing down there. Your companion clicks his tongue. Fuck this. They can't get away with that, not on our streets. Look into his eyes and give him a nod. He nods back. You stood your ground. Somehow you live to tell the tale. The goblin is more competent than you imagined. You have a feeling this will be a fruitful partnership, if you can get on his good side. Snell checks around the crossing, a wary scowl on his face. Race is cleared. Let's get out of here. Yeah. Oh, what's this? The pillar of Yor towers before you. He is speaking to you. Touch the pillar. You place your hand upon the smooth surface. The whisper gets louder. It says something to you. Something weird. No. Wait. It's a conversation when you don't take part in. Guess you can try to join in. Ooh! Lucky nut 20! Speak. Hello?
Huh?
The goblin perks up. Not me. Sorry. The pillar vibrates. Hello. Pillar of Yor. It says he is here. Who is here? It says divinity. It says death. It says necrocrat. What? The voice ends. Ouch. Weird. You understand plainly there is more to this pillar you need to investigate. It's time and further below. That is kind of cool. Okay, where does this go? Goblin Garden. I don't need to go there. We can get up through here. So the tavern. Okay, we don't see any bird folk. There's a small bowl plate with a fair bit of crowns scattered around the surface. Don't need crowns here. You do. How much though? Only 10. You place a handful of crowns into the bowl. A good amount. Oh, thanks, cleric. We could. There's all goblins here. Is all our buddies goblins? Maybe she. Oh, she's a bard. She might know something. Hold on. The goblin seems to be playing around with the strings of her instrument, Miss Nearly. She's tuning it. Hey. Her entire body jolts when she sees you. She's frightened by the Earthguard colors. I'm playing in a second, okay? Okay. Okay. Take your time. She finishes whatever she was doing to her instrument. Alright, let's hear this shit. Don't dance, it'll hurt your chances of ending in this here tavern. Okay, here we go. I guess she doesn't know much. We could ask this guy. The goblin glances at you, smarter than goo. His eyes lit up for a second. This guy looks suspicious. But then he notices Snell.
Huh?
Smarter. Snell. Don't cause any trouble. Okay. Snell motivates you both to leave the guy alone. One of your cousins? Something like that. As the two of you take a step away, Snell sighs. Smarter's a notorious pickpocket. Don't let him get too close. You should learn from Smarter. Cool, he's a rogue like me. Snell shakes his head. You're no longer a cleric, you're now a rogue. No, look, I'm trying to keep talking a real, actual, pathological kleptomaniac case. Trifling behavior, mentioned you're a rogue. Like I can't keep his hands away from pockets type of deal. So I mean, I guess he's like you. Except Smarter. He fails every single time, hurting himself in the process too. Oh. Yeah. I don't think he's ever gotten away with anything, so just be careful around him. I don't want him hurting himself again. Let's not stick around. Fair enough. Hello?
Huh?
The scent of smoke fills your helmet as you approach the hooded goblin. Bow for hire! He takes a drag up from the pipe, his rough face illuminated. He's glaring at you. Greetings, citizen. The hooded goblin does not reply at first. Then he just looks to Snell with a foul frown. I'm sure you're getting more crammed by the day. The goblin traitor. The one who signed the goblin treaty, giving away everything to Earth after the goblin genocide. Oh. Sometimes goblins evoke his name to call another goblin a human lover. Damn. The destruction of the goblins clan of Ascani by Earth around 50 years ago. 3 clans were then integrated into Norvik, with their new generation being put through human schooling.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, fuck you. Which tribe do you belong to? You hear him clear his throat slowly. I suggest bothering someone else, human. You know this guy, Snow? Sure, that's Raz. Ignore him, he's not interesting. Heard goblins out of a cloud of smoke. Listen to your pet, cleric. What was that? Did you say something, Raz? Pure rage is building in your companion. No bar fight. He only scoffs at Snow's question. Let's go now. He has a bow for hire. How much we have? Kinda broke. Kinda broke. Oh, this dude! I forgot about that. Okay, we need to get up. Let's get up here. Let's see if the guy's back in his home now. It is nighttime. Or we can actually look at the docks. Nothing. We didn't find anything on Water Lane, so maybe the docks up here have something. There's got to be a crate or something, right? Crates. I didn't see anything earlier, unless we gotta wait till way late, like at midnight. Nothing here. Bird's gone, at least. There's nothing. No ships. No crates to click on. No trash to pick on. Questing tree. Oh, this is done. Take a route. We haven't decided what we are. They must have realized by now. You're not just some government goon. You are... Of course not, I am the cleric. That's right. The one and only Norvik's protector and hero of the downtrodden. The cleric. This is your calling, your duty, your life. Did you join the Uthgard to make sense of this unruly life of yours? This is your calling. This is where you found your zealotry, your love for this city, your meaning in life. Feel clerical. You said it so many times now. You're a rogue. It's honestly a great path for you. Being unsmooth and unsneaky, that just seems like a poor man's choice. I am a very cool rogue. Indeed, sneaky, smooth, dick-ass rogue. Is there any way that life feels right, you know? Since you were a kid, you've been sneaking around the streets. Remember the dick-ass rogue? Good times. Working your ass off, not by choice at first. You've learned how awesome it feels to make money. Especially when you make a lot of money with as little effort as possible. That's what a rogue does. He takes what he wants and avoids any of those pesky consequences. It's fucking great. And so on. Dick-ass rogue. Hustle, trifle, run. Never get caught. Your trifle rolls are increased by an extra proficiency. Do I call it trifling instead of stealing? Duh. You know the trifler? The scary monster thing? You read a story once about one of them on some island. It gets caught stealing stuff from the locals. It's like a reference thing. You're not the only one who uses the expression. Right? Yes. Uh-huh. Dick-ass rogue. Hells yeah. Time to get rich, bitch. Feel like you found yourself. I love dexterity, man. I love how he talks. Or they talk. I don't know. So we're like equal rogue cleric. And we defined ourselves as a rogue. Okay. So, that's the temple. Let's see if we can actually go up to the Darrow house now. The lady's still there. Let's go to Darrow house. Okay. Let's save. I can have... Come on, now. When did you take us to Darrow? Midnight. His door will open. Why can't he see me before midnight? She does not respond to your question. She does not know or cannot say. The tea shop owner. Locate him. Do that, return at midnight. Good idea. Okay, so we just gotta find him instead. Grand. We've been trying to do that for how long? What's this? Oh. Toes route. Alright. It's a dude talk, like, working up there. Okay, well. We can try and go back to Water Lane View again. We have not done very well trying to find this guy. I mean, Water Lane is the only place we can go. Climb the ladder. Cool. Yeah, there's nothing really here, but I can't see where anything else can be. We might have another feat we can grab too. Okay, there's nothing here. Nothing there. Can't Can't talk to any of these guys. Cleric, huh? Bad news. Hey! Oh! Anything? Anything? Kinda? No. We could talk to Snell. Maybe he'll know which way we go. Because we can't get down there. So can we do it now? Can we go in here? Where? It won't let me go down. Dang it. Come on. Like, see, we can go down here, but we can't go anywhere else. Huh. Engage. Waterlane is a crazy place. Yeah. Your companion glides up to the rocky ceiling covered in dwarven artwork. One of the great crafted wonders of the world. Also, I have a scummy capitalism, so enjoy that. Where do I sleep tonight? I don't know, cleric. He gives you a defeated look. Can't the city pay for something? You're a cleric, for God's sake. Can I sleep in the Goblin Garden? No, or I mean... Nah. That's fine, right? Are you asking for permission? You'll get exhausted if you don't sleep, cleric. I'm already exhausted. If you don't take long rests before dawn, you get 6 levels of exhaustion. I should probably... Oh, get 10 levels, you die. That's a bold question in any context. Viskin? You're probably too warm for him, and don't phrase it like that. Just sleep here. This here? That's not so bad. Right here. He's back into your current environment. Okay, maybe not. Yeah. I guess we can ask the Coin Lord? Oh yeah, Daryl's your boss on this job, isn't he? At least you got another thing to talk to him about. Fun. I don't know. No, and seriously, don't phrase it like that. Yeah, I'll skip sleeping for now. Good luck with that. What do you mean by that? Why are you helping me in this rough world of ours? What's your angle? I'm here on behalf of Lady Sage Leaf. Her will is not the streets of Tolstad to not suddenly burst into flames in the middle of the day. Her will be done. You got any family? I'm a goblin. What do you think? Goblins normally live in tribal societies with broad family structure. Your companion most likely has at the very least a dozen or so siblings. Any less would be remarkable, even in Norvik. Why would you care about goblin family structures? They don't even have their own culture. That was the point of the genocide. Oh. Got a wife kids? Nah, single for now. And trust me, this goblin ain't getting no offspring. Thank the gods for that. See, you're infertile. He looks very tired and stares our response. He does not want you to go further in this line of inquiry. No, I am not improving. I see you're uncomfortable. Stop asking. Thank you, cleric. He looks relieved. Why are you, what if a person playing in the middle of the night instead? I don't think she'd like that either. Why are you really here? My motives are not of interest, cleric. False motive is imperative in reaching into the heart of someone. He does not want you to disclose his inner feelings to you. Understandable, you're kind of creepy. Wow! I have some other questions. Let's go. There's no one else we can really... We can ask Snurf, at least. Not Snurf, dude. Oh, there's the mouse. Hey, man. He waves a hand in front of him. Life is pain, what do you want? We're attacked by an assassin. It seemed like a cult thing. Yeah. Had his iron mask on. Real creepy. Oh. Cults are not as common these days, but a few still spring up from time to time, of course. What the mask look like? Green, oxidized copper, maybe? Had a line across it. Seems esoteric. Definitely esoteric. And a dagger, a wavy yellow thing. Basically, he ran at us and tried to stab us, and well, something magical was going on too. Then he got away before we could get answers, after he failed to kill us, or at least the cleric. Huh. Well, I'm not a cultist. No? It doesn't sound like it. Not any organized thing, at least. Sounds more like some lone actor. He sniffs. Cultists move in groups. They kidnap rather than kill. They wear matching uniforms, like some fucking theater performance. From all the cults I know of, this suits Dragon Cult, the Cult of Elemental Evil, the various Titan cults, and all the borderline cults of the evil walking gods. This could be a new one, or some minor cult history has overlooked. More likely this is a radicalized spellcaster, or a follower of some magical cult creature. If he's straight up in magic gear, it's more likely a professional hit. Does anyone want you dead? I have to do with the tea shop. If having barely listened to your comment, touches his mustache. Perhaps a warlock. The goblin winces at hearing that word. But for what patron? A fey creature, or some aberration? Who knows? You should be careful though, that kind of magic is deadly at best. Right, good info, slightly horrifying, but good info. Keep that in mind for running to him again. You do that, and my tip, strike before he gets off any dark magic on you. As the old legionnaires say, rather a blade in the belly than a curse in the balls. Oh. He laughs. He's laughing. Someone's out there trying to kill you and he's laughing. That's all for now. Thank you, citizen. Okay, we already went through his books. He already talked to us. We got what we needed out of his stuff. Okay, it's night. Dancing light. Do we need this to walk down? Dancing light? Perhaps? Maybe. Nope. Everyone seems on edge around here. No wonder, elections coming up, people would be high-strung even without this whole mess about the tea shop. It's a big deal, you know, we're voting for the future. Doesn't sound relevant to the tea shop thing. Politics is always relevant. Hell, depending on the outcome, this little operation of ours might not even be official anymore. If your bosses lose, that is, then who knows what'll happen. And of course, if they choose to leave peacefully. If. You don't think they would leave power? I still think it would be very optimistic to assume if they did, that would be neat. The first ever peaceful transfer of power in a major coastal state. First ever in history as we know it. Wouldn't that be something? He thinks it's naive. Naive and inspiring. What are you voting for? None of your business. He said it like it's his default response. He has something to hide. Oh. Fair enough. Fairly fair indeed. Anything else you want to know? Other question. Other question? Yes. Let's go. So, dancing light does not help. Wait, it kind of sucks. But there's nothing else we can do, right? Except wait around? We know the guy is here somewhere in Waterlane, but we can't find any evidence on him in Waterlane. We checked the docks. There was nothing. There's nothing here. What do we have here? Prepare spells. Okay, prayer of healing. We don't really have anything else, so finish that. Check the question tree again. Forgo. Oh, you can change your feat if you want to change it. Cold hit. Esoteric mask. Golden line. The copper-pressed fever. Democratization. It's real curious. What are we supposed to do the milk thing? Star witness. Going to the South Caves. We only have 3 hours to really wait for the guy. Even though Celestial told us to find this person, we have no idea what to do. We already talked to this guy. He's already at nighttime. This is the person fixing our book. We can't access here. Gods above, I don't know why we can't access there. Free trade. Come on. Okay, anything here? We can't even make it over here. I don't know how. Why not? Okay. Up here? No. No. That's why we can't get in there without getting into the guild. Great. Okay, we can't find that guy. Let's go to Pillar Road again and try and get down to the South Caves. That's the only thing we can really do, figuratively. What's this? The garden. You can go back to Vistani's area. Okay. Let's go to the tavern again. The other guy's gone. An old well. Oh. You approach the old well. It's dry and very deep. Is it a wishing well? No. Nothing happens. Won't you look at that? You must mean you're already the greatest knight, right? He's making fun of you. Look down the well. You see only darkness. Jump. Excuse you? You're doing what? I'm jumping down the well. You say that as if that's somehow a good idea. Maybe not. Leave. I can talk to this thing. Hello. A lull falls out of the ambient cheer, just a beast of uncertainty as this cleric steps before the tavern's singular attraction. This happens all the time. Visitors come to gawk and stare, some brave ones to speak with her. The lady of the house, our most delightful host. Wow. Towering, you stare at this somewhat feline creature up on the stage. A living myth, currently taking a swig out of a barrel, clearly not paying you any mind. The scent of cheap wine lingers in the air, along with an esoteric sensation. A gyno sphinx is not to be trifled with. Her physical characteristics are enough to crush everything that is you. However, she will not have to raise a paw, for her magical prowess could exile you from yours Roman instant. Tread carefully. Your legs tremble. Greetings. Meeting her glowing blue gaze makes you feel like you've fallen far, far below the world. Her expression turns dark. Dark tidings bring you to the hearth, she speaks low and rolling. You expect her to act a bit drunker, considering the empty barrels to her side. Then again, who knows how well a sphinx holds your liquor? A helmed dog, dragging its leash around the vestiges of Jor. Damn. It extends a claw thick as your arm and pokes you in the stomach. Woof. That's ridiculous. Dogs don't wear helmets. She lets out a deep breath. It smells like an old basement full of booze. Nor do free men. What? Doesn't make any sense. She's drunk. Could be a riddle. She takes another sip from her barrel, not looking at you. Watch yourself, cleric. Oh, this is the one for idle chit-chat. You know the Sphinx? Every night, there's a jackass that asks for a riddle. She usually doesn't hurt them. I'll be careful then. Wise words. I have so many questions for you. The massive claws tap in boredom. Then ask, little one, see if you can speak my interests. What do you know about the tea shop? It startled me, which is not an easy thing to do. I'd imagine you're quite close to it. An explosion like that has not been felt in this place for decades at least. Understandable. It has reminded me of our darkness, or what your people call the Fade Era. The Fade Era, the second out of 5 eras, when Yor went silent and the ancient terrors were slowly replaced by those in charge today. This is what humans first arrived, for example. It was a time just before I was tasked with guarding this vault, then the mollusca, Tolden Cull, often bargained with me for divine knowledge and assistance. I liked those snails, they were good company. I was saddened when their city melted under the suit's fire. The crackling of those flames, the terrible force that ruined everything in its path. Flames of many colors. Those thoughts stirred in me when I felt that explosion. Old magic. Think it was dragonfire? No, I do not. It was too much concentrated of a blast. So a dragon large enough to cause such destruction would also surely not be capable of sneaking away without a single witness. Blue, yellow, and purple. It is said if you can see the purple, it will be the last thing you do. Either from blinding or merciful death. The Sphinx shrugs. I've seen more than a fair share of those in my time. Seems like everyone uses it. A third level fireball would not come close to that power. Are there any other spells then? Destructive spells come in all sizes and shapes, little one. But they're saying among Arcanists that any spell made to cause damage is just a fireball in different clothing. So who knows, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. You've been here since the Fade Era? There were some excursions early on, but yes, a bit over a millennia ago. That's insane. Perspective is everything, little one. Tell you what, Isuth. I prefer not. His terrible reign is a topic left out of polite conversation. Whatever you see the flaming mounds under the burned coast, lip and smoke and cinder, you will know. His will has not gone away. Not for a moment. Snails? They built the first city here, from what I know. You've walked their streets, little one. Tell me more about these folk? A bit, yes. They were masters at wizardry far before the Arcanists, or humans for that matter, even arrived to Yor's coast. They made some poor choices during their rise and fall. They aligned with Yor against the gods, for one. And of course they picked the wrong side of the Dragon Wars. To try to tale of civilizations that I truly believe to be good. Good for the coast. They were just a little slow. Caught up in them in the end. That's all for now, thank you. You're welcome. Do not flirt with the Griffin, cleric. Do not. I can see that right there. What's that door behind you? Nothing, but it's clearly something. How perceptive of you, little one. She holds up a paw as if presenting a prize. Behind me lays but one divine vault of many. She lowers her head slightly in a little bow. I'm its protector. It's really not more complicated than that. Is it annoying to hang around here for a millennia? She takes a deep breath. I must remember that my perspective on time is different from a mortal's. When one views events on a scale measured in eras, a chat like this is but a fleeting blink among a heaven of stars. The current celestial bodies appearing on the sky. If Antisepulon deserved to be lead, many old worlds had skies filled with thousands of these gleaming lights. Antisepulon. Antisepolian, old Diminorian term, meaning those before the closing of the gates, used before to those who lived before the end of the Great Era, exactly 27 years ago. The closing, a term for the closing of the gates, the event which ended the Gate Era, occurred exactly 27 years ago. Mortality makes life beautiful. I've heard that countless times, but yet it always comes in from those trapped in its clutches. I suppose perspective is everything. So everything is going really fast for you? The Sphinx takes a moment. When a child grows, a house once thought massive will soon start to feel cramped. And time grinds on, the idea of today is no longer a canyon of possibilities. For me, that house is minuscule. That's fascinating. Thank you for sharing your perspective. You're welcome, little one. Hanging around a tower can't be too lonely, right? Times have indeed changed. During what you call the Arcane Era, I had few visitors. These days I'm inclined to enjoy the life surrounding me, even with its occasional annoyances. While the average quality of my conversations might have declined, there is value in communicating with all manner of creatures. Knowledge comes in all shapes. If the world is full of imbeciles, then knowing imbeciles will let you know the world. And if that is the case, then how many of these people can truly be called stupid? It's good you have friends. That's better, honestly. No one should have to be alone. That's a very human perspective, but thank you. There's no dude Sphinx? Her expression, oh. I have found that when this question is put to me, despite my vast age, despite my demeanor, despite everything, the inquirer is not referring to companionship. She taps a claw. You wish to speak of reproduction, little one? What the fuck? Cleric, you hear Ash whisper, are you sure about this? Is it an awkward subject? Yes. Most mortals find this discussion to lead into very uncomfortable territory. Are you uncomfortable talking about it? Not at all. I can rant about it all day. You know what? Let's go. We got 15 experience! Oh god, I'm gonna regret this. Her intense glare goes more esoteric. Uh-oh. There are many lower races of Sphinx. Some are more bestial than others. Apart from often serving lesser purposes, they also share a common characteristic. She frowns. That was the Sphinx equivalent of spitting on the ground. They are all male. And? She scoffs. Each of these degenerate Sphinxy then naturally crave the companionship of my kind. For a giant Sphinx to lower herself to their level, it is simply unthinkable. Then how? They should really work on themselves. She gives you a quick laugh. She thinks you're funny. Keep it up. These creatures will never reach such heights. It's not in their nature. The degenerate races of Sphinx were born wicked and craven. These creatures are no more similar to I than a horse to a donkey. Not even close, as it implies some level of closeness, a horse god to a painting of a donkey. Nice. This misconception of our similarity will plague me for eternity, but considering them a legitimate partner, creating more? The Sphinx shakes her head. A true man is his mind. He is not violent by nature, nor is he afraid of action. He is decisive yet tolerant. He is wise yet still ready to learn. A true man's a riddle. They cannot be redeemed. Not as long as they live. However, there is more civilized Sphinx, apart from my own kind, of course. The glow in her eyes intensifies. The Andros Sphinx, a beautiful, powerful servant of the gods. Few inhabit this coast of ours. Yet those that do are assholes. They are all, like all men, insufferably prideful. I'm sensing a story here. There's always a story. Every bias is brought from perspectives, after all. She takes a sip from her barrel and leans her head on a paw. Hear my tale. During the early days when the gates stood open, one winter long ago, I was tasked to guard a passage on the border of an empire you will never know. The empire's goddess sent an Andros Sphinx to guard that very same passage. His name was Themberlin. Our meeting was by chance and by fate. Not the point right now. She wants you to listen, nod your head. We had the same mission, sent by different powers, a simple mishap. Trem was a gallant specimen. He spoke with an air of grandeur and purpose. It was easy to spend hours in his company, days, then months. Though we became increasingly physical in our relations, our conversations steadily became more stale. After years of sharing a lair, I sensed the bitter tone gnawing its way into every interaction between us. He would berate my reaction. He would go on month-long hunting trips and come back empty-handed. He would end every philosophical discussion or debate, even those we had with visitors, with snarky comments. Tell me, with whom do you believe this venom originated? I'd say him. My easiest riddle yet, little one. I pushed her to tell me where this irritable activist came from. After many long arguments, she relented. Guess. Guess what Trent convinced me to be the cause of Cox's behavior? For the relationship? Not even that. Takes a big gulp from her wine barrel. He said I was arrogant, that I could never be wrong, that I was stubborn. Ah, well. It took time for me to truly understand why he would say such things. Eventually, I figured it out. Trent was intimidated by me. Oh. For the half-century we spent together, he never once could keep up in our debates. He never could solve my best riddles, nor even understand many of the most basic of philosophical topics I brought up. I never had a problem with this at all. It was endearing to watch him struggle. I never would have assumed such a magnificent man would succumb to the lowest of sins. Pride. Trevor could not stand to be outmatched, at least not in the long run. So we parted ways as amicably as could be given the circumstances. That was my first mission here on this Eor's realm. Lagana's fit to struggle with her hatred for longer than you will ever live. Yet despite the difference in your nature, she seeks here you simply as validation. A true man seeks greatness in his partner. He does not fear it. She nods. When I told him the same thing, he did not respond positively. The Sphinx gives you a faint smile. One thing I truly desire is for my mind to delve inwards. That can be done via intellectual incursion of many kinds, dialogues, debates, sharing experiences. Thank you for listening to my tale, little one. Less of a dialogue and more of a monologue or an appeasement, but hey, whatever floats your boat. That was a debate? Does that mean you won the debate? Is there a prize? Your story is very interesting. I will think about what you have told me here today. She nods towards you. It is not often I'm given the chance to be truly surprised by a mortal. And a man nonetheless. Thank you, Guardian of the Vault. Here, this might help you in your quest, little one. Incense! Hell yeah! Any other questions? Okay, I want to save before we start forward, because if this will actually help us like actually continue on, who knows? Time to flirt. She taps her claws. Where are you going with this, little one? Oh boy. Get ready to run. Yeah, this might be a bad idea. Your goblin companion kicks you in the shin. You want to get mazed? He said you. That's how you get mazed. The goblin's referring to the concept of being magically transported to an endless prison. Oh. Listen, you know what? Never mind. Alright, little one. I'll assume you simply coughed very loudly. So if we impress her, we can continue on with this. So let's continue talking to her. This could take a long time. We gotta kill time anyway. Just the barrel to her lips and hold it there for a moment. That is indeed a riddle worth pondering. Can I ask why? Why what? Why a tavern? I was convinced. She glanced at the pile of wine by her side. It was not a battle quickly won, however. Ricksbitter works tirelessly for many an evening to argue her point. Eventually completing a few quests on my behalf, I let her rent out a part of my lair, but only for a century. Is that all? Do you like the hustle and bustle? I'm content for now. Has anyone tried to fight you? Alcohol tends to lower risk assessment capabilities among mortals, which ends with violence. Always from a man, strange enough, I do wonder why. Not always. Seen some feisty women during your street watch days. Big drinker? I partake. It does little to affect me, but the taste is lovely. You've never seen her sober, so who knows if it's true. Must take cost you a lot to get all this wine. No, Whisperer procures it all for me. Such lovely river wine. I've come to enjoy the taste. Nice to see you enjoying your tavern lair. I've got other questions. What are you voting in the election? I'm not. You're not apolitical, are you? I cannot leave to vote, I'm afraid. It wasn't my business to leave an imprint on the fare of mortals. If you could leave, what would you vote? Well, I don't know. What would you vote for if you were in my shoes? The free sires will bring prosperity to all. Ah yes, opportunistic capitalists will surely be the best choice to safeguard the future. Okay, she gives you a knowing smile. You can't leave here for even a minute or two? I could, but that would break my divine quest. Understandable. I would not have expected a mortal to be understand. Interesting. Good to know. Should we try? We're not that smart though. Our character's kind of dumb. Thank you, Grace Wings. Okay. We could try that, but the problem is our character dumb. Like he's not that smart. He has 13 int, yeah, but 12 wisdom. It's not great. We're better in these strengths area, in these two areas, and even then that's not great either. Okay, we got to talk to her a little bit. We did use some time. I kind of want to jump out of the well, but I know that's a really bad idea. Okay, let's enter through here. We can try and go to Water Lane again. Because I don't know what else we can really do. We can't... This is the only thing we know of how to find this guy. Water lane. Unless, is there anything else down here? What's this? Simil, stun a stroke back. Oh, these are houses. Rough carving RNA. RNA. I wonder if we can find that guy, that cult dude we did kind of kill. Snell. What the? Snell, this is your place. We are not good so far, buddy. Yeah, that's against his siblings. Yeah, okay. I guess we can't really sleep here for the night, because he did say no to that. What is this? Winding path leads outside eventually. Let's see what's over here. What's this? Damp mold in here. What's in here? I have like an hour. Oh. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. Okay, we gotta enter through here again. I don't know. All I can think of is like the ruffled feathers thing. I feel like we need to get smarter before we start doing a riddle with the Sphinx. It seems our guy has actually charmed someone. It's a Sphinx of all things. But hey, it works, right? Okay, these are all the goblins. All chilling out. I guess I'm the one rogue that actually doesn't steal from people, because everything else on my stats are kind of crap compared to dexterity and charisma. I don't think I can talk my way out of that, though. Okay, we're back in Water Lane. There's gotta be something, right? Let's see. We got 40 crowns. Create a new save file. We need a 26 just to, like, charisma her, and that's not gonna work at all in our favor. Another one of those pinecone things. Can't get in there unless we get accepted into the guild. Where would this guy be? Let me look in here, ruffling feathers again. For explosion. You check the warehouse on Water Lane View. What? The warehouse? We did check the warehouse. We checked it multiple times. Is that not the warehouse? I mean, we can't go down there. It's only for the guild members. Is this warehouse? Warehouse. That's Snell's, the other guy's place. The dude that ironically swage everywhere. Okay, so that's there. Warehouse is over here. Can't get into the actual warehouse. This is the only thing we can get from here, right? Checking the warehouse, there's nothing. Yeah, okay. Check the warehouse. How? Damn it. Barred tight. There's gotta be another way, right? It's like a passageway, anything? Anything here? Okay. Warehouse. Is it a warehouse for you guys? I don't know. Another pinecone thing. Can't talk to that one either. Let me see that in the journal. We're in Water Lane View here. Just near his office, Tolstad. This is the warehouse right here. We can't get to this area because we're not part of the guild. There's gotta be something we're missing here, right? Gotta be something else here, right? I feel like we're missing something important. I don't know how to get into the warehouse. The warehouse was guarded by the Sphinx. Not Sphinx, the Griffin. Wrong thing. Huh. Hit the bird? Not a bird. Better. You reach forth and the Griffin snaps at you with its beak. Not a fan, huh? Thank you for your time, Griffin. Thank you for not killing me. Seriously, what are we looking for? Hmm. 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 We can't get there. Can we still go to that trash can? With that weird thing in it? I didn't think so. Can we like just sit down and sleep here? No. We got about 2 hours left before we can actually talk to the thing. Can't go in this house anymore. Well, it was just a house anyway. Can't go here. Coin lure, Vifun. Hmm. Okay, so go to Tolstad. The Crossing, Covent Garden, Roller Mill, Waterloo, Temple of Earth, Tolstad East, Drunk Sphinx, Viscon's Lair, Pillar Crossing, Tolstad South. Trying to figure out questing. We have to meet the Coin Lord still. We got pretty far here. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for 250 crowns? Whoa. We only have 40 crowns. How are we gonna get that much money? Hmm. Maybe we just can't get there yet. Yeah, nothing else is cleared either. Alright, so for now, let's go back to the Drunk Sphinx then. Because we probably won't be able to find it till later. We can't go down, we can't get in there. We definitely need a rest. We do have your shards. Okay, no one else can be talked to, really. We gotta wait 2 hours anyway. Certainly. Are you ready? Rhetorical. Yes, please. Uh-oh. Twinklings and hissing. Once I had the sun's favor, my creed clinged close to the wall. Matured in shadows, I witnessed empires rise and fall. One left in silence on the life of the ball. Yet I remain a drought of remembrance, a history's thrall. What am I? Easy. About life's journey, how time changes all, even the simplest grade. Smirks gives a little chuckle. He knows. What do you think, Snow? Oh, you know, this seems like a personal Reddit for you, not me. Who's gonna watch? He nods. How many guesses do I get? Hopefully none, but you're allotted one answer. What do I get if you get it right? Satisfaction. Gotta think about this for a bit? No, answer now or never. Trick question? No, it's no riddle. I'm gonna get it wrong. Same as all those who wander these halls. You'll lose everything, eventually. There is no threat here. Which means you're owning your painful failure. Oh, so I can't even guess now? Fuck. Fuck. You focus your mind and come up with something, anything that could be. What could it be? You only get one shot, so make it count. Sun, the moon. Hold on. Easy. A life form about life's journey, how time changes all, and this was great. So time? Emotions, heartache, time. Weather, trees. None of this is time. It could be the sun. Can you hear the riddle again? Once I had the sun's favor, my creek clung close to wall. Matured in shadows, I witnessed the empire's fall. Oof. Okay, once that's the silence, now the life of the ball. Yes, I remain a draught of remembers, a history's thrall. Hmm. What am I? Sun of the moon, goblin's human, thinks his apples food, meat, wine, emotions, heartache. I don't know, let's see. Hmm. Is it wine, maybe? Hmm. Life of a ball. It might be so dumb it's wine, but I'm thinking the sun, but let's go with wine. Wine? Uh-oh. I think I made the wrong choice. She gives you an intense stare. Oh dear. She's totally gonna eat you. Oh god. Time for a fight. She's strong, but you will defeat her handily with the power of a hero. We're dead, strength. There's no fighting a Gyno Sphinx in her lair. Yeah, wine. It's my new barrel of wine. She pops the cork open. Wine. Yes, that's very correct. Oh my god, it was freaking wine. Yay! Another riddle solved. Huzzah! Don't. Since you're so amazing, it's in a quest. Yes, yes, yes. She gives you a serious expression. Accepting a divine quest from a Sphinx is no trifling matter, mortal. A quest? Indeed. Behind me stands a vault. It opens only to those worthy. Uh-oh. She leans her massive head downwards, close enough for you to smell the wine on her breath. Oh dear. To be worthy must solve my most ancient of riddles. So old was handed to me when I first stepped inside this chamber, millennia past. Your companion whispers to you, you're going on an epic Sphinx quest now? I guess. This is important now. Maybe to you, but it's very important to the job too. Convince me. Esoteric knowledge. Fair enough. Look, I won't stand in the way. Just don't waste too much time on it, okay? Sphinx stares at your companion. A hero must face much adversity during his quest. So what exactly is this Sphinx quest? This is a riddle, the answer of which is not uttered in words, but revealed by action. She goes quiet and closes her eyes. Just listen. Found within the arcane flare, twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. A third level divination spell. Oh. A deep breath revealing a wicked grin. Burrowed deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. And she leans in, almost whispering those final words. Folk and gods and thronging herds. A man divine alone howl his words. You understand it immediately. Okay. Primal. Okay, six of breath. Burrow deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. And she leans in, evoking gods and thronging heads. A man divine alone howls his words. Where? There's like plates behind her. We gotta find our offerings, maybe? That would make sense, actually. Is it? Hmm. 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 Oh, I get it. You do? Hmm. Symbolic class of all three categories of spells. Can be related to the Gate era. No, I was kidding. For a moment there, I thought I lost a spark. No, cleric. That's not the answer. The answer is not something you can speak. She used a massive claw to grab something from her pile of stuff. Tavern key. Oh. Once you understand this riddle, return here. You can only solve it during daytime, alone. We wouldn't want anyone else accidentally figuring out this riddle, would we? She glances at your goblin companion. Does the snail know the answer? Hmm. The goblin groans. I am not interrupting the job for that. Do it in the morning or something before you pick me up. The Sphinx chuckles. I never sleep, so you can show up any time after sunrise, and before the tavern opens. What have you gotten yourself into? Well, this could lead to one hell of a treasure. I'll be going now. Welp. So where's the Sphinx quest? Yep, there we go. There's a lot of other quests we gotta do. Well, not too much. You can forego the feed and get something else too. Alright. We would probably die if we jumped through there, wouldn't we? I am curious to see what's in there, but I do not want to kill my cleric doing so. What do we got here? Detect alignment. Okay, nothing else here. Could we hire him? What's this? The jukebox, while Nearly is playing. Oh, fair enough. Alright. We have 2 hours in the game to try and do something. Before we gotta go and see the Coin Lord. Which, we should eat something actually, now that I think about it. Let's eat this, consume that. Munch. Can't eat too full. You're too full! Eat an apple then. Okay. Okay, where is Vishkin's place? Because that's the easiest way to the Southern Caves again. Vishkin's place, Vishkin's place. It should be down here somewhere. Yeah, down here. He's still awake, too. We can go to the South Caves, at least, because of the bugbear. Oh, right. I forgot about the Goblin Garden already. We have 3 failures, you die. Let's hope not. Okay, we can't go all the way down. We can go all the way up at least. We know where to go from here. Okay, past this. Okay, through here? No. Through here? No. I think it was over here. We're getting a lot done in one day. At least now we're the proper level for this stuff. Before, we definitely were not. Yeah, here we go. What the? Grab the mouse. Green rat. Mine. I mean, hey, we're catching all the rats. You see a abraxan tree. Ironwood. It spreads like a 1,000-footed spider. The natural reeking of the artificial. It's beautiful. Past the roots. Look beyond the roots. thick and create a vast tight forest. There's something here. More or less. Roots go deeper, much eager. So nod your head, stop speaking to the tree. There is something here, but we probably don't want to break the roots and ruin the garden and get the bugbear pissed off. Oh, there's a lot. What's here? We get a bow? Oh, hell yeah. So this one gives 1 strength. This one wisdom. Yes! Stealth archer. A figure stands before you, frozen in stone. Completely petrified. Their arms are raised defensively, hands covering their face. A posture of pure terror. Basilisk victim. Oh, nasty way to go. Look at the robes. Ornate robes for arcane embroidery. A wizard. Their style is old, decades, maybe longer. From the arcane era. Why does this have these statues here? We don't make the rules, cleric. The old lady would love to clean these up, but these are laws against it. This is the designated as dungeon area, not as in the jail-type dungeon, but as in dangerous monster territory. So we find the petrified victims, no matter how old, we're not allowed to even touch them. Only clerics can do that. That seems to be the case, eh? Examine the figure. Perfectly preserved in stone. Every fold of fabric, every strand of hair. Interesting. There's a rectangular shape pressed against their chest. A book clutched beneath the robes. It's been turned to stone along with its wielder. They peer between the stone folds of fabric. One page is partially visible. Okay. Handwriting is cramped, the wizard's notes. Most of the page is obscured by the angle in the stone. But one phrase stands out clearly. Read it. Master Hagenshags, I will learn. A formal phrase like a student's oath. Or a passphrase. Hagenshags. That's the name of the greatest houses of Arcanus in Old Dominion. You commit to memory. Somewhat interesting, I suppose. Never know. Okay, so south caves, south caves, south caves. Beware of monsters. We gotta go here anyway. Uh-oh. A tall stone mural stands before you. White main craftsmanship. 3 serpentine figures carved and painted into the surface. Each quote intertwined with the others. The colors are faint but still there, greens, reds, and yellows. The artistry is breathtaking. 3 distinct figures, each with different coloring. The top serpent has sharp teeth, predatory. The middle one appears more serpentine, elegant. The bottom one has unusual markings. What's the meaning? Basic religious art, nothing interesting. This was a sacred image. Further down this path there should be an actual temple. Learn more about these noble creatures. Touch. Smooth and cool. Wolf of my time, but still detailed. The freaky serpent picture? Eh, there's a ton of these all over the place. You've either got small snow memorabilia or these lion-style pieces. Nothing else? Yeah, I'd say 90%. From what I learned in school, it was snails first, then lion, then trolls, and humans. And then goblins, of course. Don't you dare stage a coup. Don't you dare stage a coup. You can't stop me. The goblin laughs. Do what you do. Then let's keep moving. Suffering caves. Okay. That's a lot of bone. That's a lot of bone. That's a lot of bone. Beware the crunch. Those up in the literal human skulls. I'm trying not to. Strange markings cover the cave walls. Painted in faded figments. Humanoid figures, simple, primitive. Red and white against the dark stone. Examine the paintings. You step closer to inspect them. The style is unsettling. Crude stick figures with circular heads. Arms spread wide. Some kind of ritual or dance. These look human. They do. Humanoid, at least. 2 arms, 2 legs, round head. So now, people ever make art like this? Huh? Goblins? Eh. We weren't even on this continent when these were made. I guess it would be pre-fade, maybe? Count the figures. You scan across the walls. 3, each a unique design. Yeah, I'm stupid. Damn it, I was close though. These are old, but that's just a guess. We don't want to waste on that. Fasting, but I should move on. It's probably a clue to something, but we only have so many. Oh, sorry, buddy. So we gotta be careful. There's stones. Ooh, a trifle? A bone dust. Bone dust. Hold on. Oh, okay. This is actually useful. For covering spell slots. This feels... Oh! Yellow. Fancy hat. A yellow hat. You grab the smooth fabric. This looks like 1,000 crowns worth of esoteric cloth. Woo! Whoever dropped this is either rich as shit or had to run from something real dangerous. Your companion looks around, a bead of sweat rolling down his brow. Our friend must have gone through here. Keep an eye open. It is yours now. Ooh, what does it do? Can it give me anything except for money? Mine's just strength. That's not good to have. I guess it could be, but no. Okay. A sinking feeling appears to your right. Your gut. It falters. The goblin jolts to the side. Cleric, there's... Huh? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're so fucked. We're so screwed. We're so screwed. We're so screwed. How do I not notice that thing? It was hidden perfectly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're everything. Damn it. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Your ankle is crushed. Ow. Scream and wriggle. Ow. Grab something, don't let it. Okay. Ow. Then pointed towards Maw. Now's not the time for a simile. An ambush? It's just too late. A monster? Run. Once you get control of your muscles again, that is. Appears you have been ambushed. No shit. Pray. Waste of time. Try screaming instead. Huh? Shield of Faith. Grease. No reason I can get out of here with it. What? You're prey. The tendrils pull you closer. We clearly find you difficult with all this struggling, so slams you to the ground. Ow. Bones broken, loosely dangling. Don't do nothing to say nothing, okay? Shit, shit. Grab what? The ground, I don't know. He takes a swing and fires off a bullet in its direction, striking right at the center of mass. But the bullet just bounces off and lets out the horrendous hiss. Balls. You're not getting anywhere near that, Maul. Slither like your life depended on it. And because it does, there is still a chance, by an opportunity, you're feeling sick. Casting. I can't cast grease, are you kidding me? Strength. Slither, damn it! Shit! Are you kidding me? Oh boy. It grips even harder. You can handle one bite, right? Warning! Oh, ow. Tense pain. Shut down. Cleric, fight, you bastard. You have one chance. Break loose now or get swallowed. The latter is probably the case. Oh no. The goblin washes up to you and yells, "Let go!" Shows against the tendril in a frantic attempt to save you. This is it. We're using strength. Are you kidding? Oh my god, we're dead. You struggle. I could have used grease. It didn't let me. Damn it. Not succeed. So the end begins. Too late. You are now food. Several sets. Fight until you get chewed into bits. The pain is overwhelming. It's not even there anymore. Everything fades. Ow. Eaten by a roper. Okay. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. We can definitely avoid that fate. Let's blow that up. Now we know what to avoid. Which is to not get anywhere near the roper. Gotta be careful though so you don't get Snell caught by accident in that thing. Bear the crunch. Please don't step in the little human skulls. Yes, yes, yes. Grab this. Get that trifle. Bone dust. The hat. That might be what happened to that guy if you think about it. Look at that. Alright, we're gonna save here now that we know what's coming up ahead. Just stick. Oh boy. Just stick here. Rogue. Lockpick. Protection damage, high damage. 1 dexterity. We can get 2 dexterity now. Get that. Far into the west of Tolstad. Okay, so we can't go there, but we can try and go up. We can just sneak. Okay, so we just gotta like hug the wall. We're back here. Or no, this is different. Hold on. Trifle. Incense. Among the fallen and the broken of an ancient world lies among them a single structure. A monument to a forgotten power. At the top, a cracked lion's head glares at you, a one-eyed lion with a single dark and empty socket. The shrine, isn't it? To what god? One lost to time. Does it work? See anything like this now? Sure. It's like a normal cat thing. There's a ton of them all over. Are you some type of cat expert? No. He speaks truth. Hard to tell exactly what's going on here due to the rubble and dust. You could try investigating more closely, but remember, the White Mains are famous for their traps. So be careful. Does it work? You may prepare spells here, yes, somehow. Traps like this often hold a Latin connection to your strings. If you can do it at the start of one dead god, why not another? It's a light coming from the ceiling. Illusion, do not mind it. Look for the symbol. Just at the front of the shrine. Then the side of the shrine. It's faint, but there's some type of symbol on it. It's difficult to tell whether to scratch and what's a creative choice. Yes. A symbol. A symbol of a sun. Definitely. Lost Mines of Tolamon updated. This is what Axel wanted you to find. You found it. That's what I do now. Get back to your dwarf buddy, of course. Yes. Tell Axel about the symbol. He will be grateful for the information. Very grateful. Like, get a nice little payday grateful. Yep. Great. Happy for you. I should get back to Axel then, to those other ruins. Man, there's a lot of ruins down here. You should, right away. Okay, at least it's positive. Your gloved hand glides over the markings on the front of the shrine. There's something there, inside the stone, and it's text. Tracing your fingers, you realize something is written, faintly, scrubbed down over centuries into the surface of the shrine. It says, El Ojo Rojo Vigila Tus Logros. You take a step back and mumble to yourself. It means the Red Eye. The Red Eye watches over you. Does that mean anything? They would just ride for a shrine for no reason. They honestly might have, but who knows? You glance upwards at the lion's head. The eye socket. That's for a gemstone. With the eye socket. With that one sunken dark eye. So you just insert a gemstone here. Either a ruby or a jacinth would be a rather practical guess. These barbaric civilizations, if you can even call them that, were all the same. Shining rocks in the mysterious temples used as historic triggers. I'll need to find one then. Indeed. I'm not checking out the eye socket. But something is missing. Perhaps. We know it's missing, but we don't have anything right now. Alright, we can go back and find our dwarf buddy now. We just gotta hug the wall. So it only activates when we go to the right. That's concerning. But at least we won't die a gruesome death again. Emphasis on again. The exhaustion probably doesn't help either. Okay, let's head on. Ooh, mushroom. Mine. Let's go up. Okay. This door is closed. We have about an hour to burn before, in the game anyway, that we can burn to find our dwarf buddy. We know where not to go. I think it's down here, right? Hopefully. Yes, there we go. Yep, this is the one. Continue. Continue. Take a step. Let's go. Okay. It was the sun. Hey there! Found the ruins. Yes, and I found the symbol. The symbol of the sun? Yes. With his head laying and hang for a while. Then he lets out a roar. For Helvid! His little buddy joins in and screeches. That's not a good sign, huh? The dwarf takes a deep breath. The sun means those ruins are just the same as these, he says, and taps a stone beside him. They're consecrated. The White Mains would never consecrate a sacred gate. Damn it. Are you certain? Oh, absolutely. I spent years researching these cat bastards. Even learned some cat speech. Milamo Esquel es un caballo blanco. He groans. That's not a cat speech. That's not even close. That's just Spanish, isn't it? Guy's not entirely off. Snow whispers to you. I know what I'm talking about, okay? This means only one thing. This lead was off, he scoffs. Ah well, time to regroup and rethink. After the election, that is. Here. Pickaxe of secrets. There's a little trick we have in the delving business. A custom-made detect secret-infused pickaxe. A magic item. As a payment, not bad. Detect secret. Did you give me this? This is very useful. Sure is, bro. You've earned it, Cleric of Norvik. Of course, the pickaxe is a bit wonky. The keyword's supposed to be secret, as in you say the word secret and the pickaxe has a spell, but it doesn't quite work. So do with it as you please. Wonky magic items can be dangerous or hilarious. Anyway, I'll be packing up soon. I'm done here. Thanks again. Saved me a ton of time and effort. Maybe in a few months you'll join me for a real expedition? Could be fun. That sounds like a death wish. I would love to delve with you, Axel. Great. And if there's anything else, let me know. Good luck down here. Oh. Okay. We got an hour. Not really an hour. But by the time we get up, we won't have much time to look for the yellow guy. So we could just go up and wait around for midnight to get the coin guy. Okay. So we go here. Up here. We got an hour in game till midnight. And we can't really use any wait structures. Like waiting won't really work. Let's see, questing tree. Where is the mines? Yep, it's completed. So it doesn't give us any feet. We're just done with it. Cozy spot. The pop was recently emptied. You can still see remnants of dust at the bottom. Not corpse dust, is it? There is fear. You must grow sturdier. You hedonistic fool. Pray the stomach dies and lets the mind work without its poisonous influence. Behold, your fate one day. Well, that's comforting. We still haven't found where we can actually use this milk. Which is not very concerning. It is very concerning considering this is probably a scam. Yeah, it's beholding. How do we get these guys away without a brawl? We can try. Come on, bro. Alright, have fun. Alright, we can actually tell her, right? We can tell her about the papers. Hello again. About the dwarves. They're expired. They are indeed expired and invalid. Wait, they let you take the papers? Aren't you a smooth talker? If you could get them to me, that'd be quite a favor. She would surely reward you for it. With the documents in hand, she could simply hand it over to the magistrate's office and let them deal with it. The dwarves would be furious. Another way to get rid of the dwarves. But force. True. And she would want to pick a side in the Free Strider Asgala's conflict. It's a bit complicated. Good diplomatic bullshit answer. Love it. Dwarves need to go. There's a reward, quick. What if there's a reward? Greedy, are we? Good. If you manage to solve this for me, I'll make sure you get a payout under the table, of course. Okay, how do we get them to leave? We gotta like try to convince them somehow. We don't want to start a fight with dwarves. There's like many of them and 2 of us. About the rally. Vita. Careful now. Get natural, or you could try to reason with them. I pray normally you wouldn't want to get arrested now, would you? You see the anger in his glare. The rage. you trying to get him to punch you? That's genius. Keep taunting him. We have no choice but to run away if he assaults a cleric. Well, it means nothing. I've accomplished this myself. You're a hypocrite and a fraud, Alphonse. Go! Shut your filthy mouth! As he'll hand toward his men, they go silent. I'm warning you, cleric. This is it. You're the breaking point. Go for the kill. Show this hippie bastard what money is worth. Oh, we're gonna do the... Oh, okay, ready? 3, 2, here comes the punch. Cleric, don't you dare. Get him to punch you. Oh, we're getting punched. Good thing we have health. So you want to piss this guy off? Great. Just mention he's a nobleman's status again. That's his noble ward. Yarg! Yep. Owie. Cleric! The god reaches forward but stops halfway. Pain spreads through your lower abdomen, an incredible jab. A series of hoots and laughs. They love watching their foreman punch you. Cleric, what the hell do you think was gonna happen? Assaulting a cleric. Foreman, the wardrobe walks up to Alphonse and conflicted. We shouldn't stick around, right? This little joust makes Mr. City Man. Don't take it so hard. Hey, Vera, you ran this round, you bloody coward. You hear laughter coming from the tall woman. The dwarves start packing up their tools, begrudgingly following Alphonse's order as he calls them to head out. We got punched for this. Before he leaves, Alphonse glares at you. You're no cleric, just a free-strider thug. If I see you again, you're done. He spits on the ground and leaves with his boys. He's left standing in the circle square. Successful, but at what price? I guess it worked. Hammer. Cool. Let me see over here. Strength and intellect. This might hurt us. We won't go there. Oh, it's a weapon too. Boy. Hey. I have to say, with all due respect, well done. Right, the dwarves. Oh yes, I saw the whole thing. The whole thing? Yeah, had an impressive work. Getting Mr. B so worked up that he assaulted a city cleric? Ingenious. Just like you planned. Well done, cleric. The Ascani reads to any companies in your debt. It's the right thing to do. Indeed, cleric, as a token of my personal gratitude. Crowns. Ooh! She handed you a pouch of silver coins, thank you. Jackpot! Ah, that is the spot. The orc laughs. Good to see you satisfied. I'm sure I can find you some use for your services again. She gives you a kind smile. May Earth smile upon you. And do visit our trading post down in Water Lane if you have time. I would love to see you there. 45 XP. She would love to make use of you there for profit. You'll make great loads of coin working with this orc. Well met, Agent Vera. Same to you, cleric. Put this tongue once it's down. I don't like this. It's trouble. Bunch of trouble. I get it, buddy, but it's just for business. Where is conflict? Take root. Here we go again. A dozen dwarves and an orc walk into a tavern. The orc turns to the tavern keep and says, "Hey, give me a large one." The tavern keep says, "Oh, please don't turn this into a joke. These are real people you're talking about." What's going on here? Let me continue. So the dwarves go. The dwarves have struggled as a minority for decades. They preserve respect, nothing less. No, really, what's going on? You're divided, but truth will be achieved. Whatever, look, the gist of the story is the orc is hard at work, improving this shitty little city. The dwarves are annoying and stupid. Ah, Dexter, don't do that. Got it? You believe for a second the orc wants the city to improve? You seem too much to ever believe such a lie. This is some kind of a debate, eh? Kind way to put it. The revolutionary free strider will bring freedom, democracy, and riches to Norvik. Last part of being the most poignant. Let us all focus on each of those points, one at a time. Aw, come on. Freedom, free strider rule would entail joining the Free City Alliance. Local politics will be enforced entirely upon serving the core cities and reeds, and the interests of the trade company. Democracy, while it is true that they initiated the move towards universal suffrage, the Free Stars are known for both ruthlessly pushing propaganda to vulnerable folk, as well as just simply buying votes. Ooh, so they're not as great as we thought they are. I mean, we kind of had a feeling that none of these political parties are good, but that's even worse. This is fact. Ridiculous. Riches. They might bring a lot of money into the city, but it's always going to the factory owners and already rich folks. Damn. Yeah, because they actually work. Dexterity, no. This is silly. Without free stars, you'd probably be a farmer. Who the fuck wants to be a farmer? Every person who's ever touched Stardew Valley would have liked to be a farmer, thank you. Farming is good, healthy work. Don't change the subject. Did you never shut up? Not really. You must retain the spirit of the Asgalian Revolution. You can take it to the take root. Take a deep breath and stand up against the ever-growing wave of capitalism. To choose Asgardian Spirit and Speech. With this feat, you restore 1 hit point for every hour that passes. Oh man, that's a good feat! Greed ain't so bad. To be able to unlock a better life for yourself, who wouldn't want that? To choose Money Talks. 50% more crowns. We do need money, and I feel like that milk thing's a scam. We are going for the Free Striders, but even then I'm conflicted because both Asgalian and Free Striders have good and bad. But we've been trying to stay on the rogue path for so long. Even though the game's like trying to yank us back towards Cleric. One gives me a hit point for every hour that passes. The other one gives us 50% more crowns on pickup. How often do we come across crowns that we can actually grab? We could pickpocket as a rogue. Anyway, that'll give us more money. We do need money to pay for our book that's being bind. Healing is good, but we do have spells, we have a lot of incense, we have a lot of apples and other treats to kind of sustain, and we just gotta find a place to sleep for the night, and we should be fine. Let's go Money Talks. Smart choice. 300. Wow. Now keep an eye out for any opportunity. There are crowns being made in every corner of this stinking place. Okay. So then it kind of decided here. Yeah, so dexterity. So we're more free share than Asgalist. The Arcanas are still pretty interesting. But yeah, it looks like we are... Yeah, like right here, it seems to be... We're leaning towards int and our dexterity more than wisdom anyway. 23:25. Okay. We're getting closer to the midnight hour where we can find... Those things are weird. Very, very weird. There's gotta be something else we can do. Well, there isn't much to do. Let's see what else is there in this area. Nothing really. Oh wait, what was that? There are no funds nor focus. Need to restore these structures. So we're pretty much living in the ruins too then, if you think about it. She's gone. Well, damn. We can actually go in. Should we take it? This is Darrow, right? Yep, that's our boss. Hey, boss.
Mm-hmm.
At the top of the stairs, you see a man placed upon his silken throne. His well-groomed face lit by a single bulb candle, but he does not look at you. Of the Norvican post. Won't you look at that? It's Coin Lord Darrow in the flesh. You're a boss. You hear about this? The man slapped his newspaper. As Gallus opportunist strikes fear in Silker's guild. The lords of paid and mutters 9,000 crowns in damages. Damn, that's like 2 years' salary. Jesus. It looks annoyed and impressed at the same time. Protesters? Hooligans. Just trying to get there. Sure, whatever you say. The master takes a few quick glances at you. His eyes. He is reading you. What can you do? It's democracy. You don't like democracy? My opinion does not matter, does it? Darrell stood aside, folding his paper in half again. It's the age of crowds, that's what they call it. And the loudest voices keep shouting at me in particular, it seems. The crowd has power beyond belief. He furrows his brow. The moonlight makes him look like a marble bust. He shifts his eyes over to your companion. I see you picked up a goblin. He takes a step forward. Lord Darrow, Lady Sages was declared to join operation. She, uh-oh. Of course she has, cleric. If you will, I would like to speak with you in private. Excuse me? Then back to the coin lord. Seriously? It's fine, he's cool. Sure enough, you please. Your services are not needed at the moment. Thank you. He lifts his head into the air. Uh-huh. Don't piss off the goblin, you want to watch your back. Good option, someone's gonna get pissed. Tense and sweat. Snell stays. Tall man glares at you. Asshole puckers. Oh my god! Bear back. You hear a chuckle from your companion. It's fine, late anyhow. He gives you a knowing glance. I'm heading home. First thing tomorrow, cleric. The tone of his voice gives it away. He respects you a little bit now. Snell gives you a quick nod, then he turns to leave. I know. He glances out the window and remains quiet for a moment. I feel compelled to ask. Once you hear the door closing behind Snell on his way out, he continues. How was your meeting with our dear goblin chieftain? I mediated. Good man. The coin line then looks at the time, exclaiming, and you're early! Good. I'm early? I guess it is before midnight. The party meeting finished up before midnight for one, so this is excellent time. Oh, so if we come here early, it's good. His jaw tightens, then loosens. You notice a ring on his finger. It looks esoteric. The coin lord carries an iron will ring, as all good politicians do. Uses any mind-altering spell you cast on him useless. Don't waste any spell slots. I must apologize, cleric. Tossing you around as a pawn in this regrettably political game of ours isn't something I hoped for. You obviously have much more important matters to attend to in the palace. Of course you do. Not really. The Lord is flattering you. He's gotten far in his life using this tactic. Then why bring me here? Straight to the point. Good. And first things first. I'm obliged to offer accommodations during your stay. Thank God, we need a place to rest. We still have that exhaustion on us. Obliged? Interesting word choice. It's customary for clerics on a job to be given free housing by their employer. Ooh, free. You may stay in the old guard tower. The coin lord tosses you an iron key. Where is that? That key will get you access to the oh, we just saw that outside. Etier uses one of the floors. You take the top one. Thank you for housing me, my lord. No need to thank me, it's entirely customary. Yeah, he has to do it, otherwise he certainly wouldn't. He shuffles about, looking annoyed for a moment, not about the incident. As soon as the fires were put out, I had a city engineer inspect for structural damages. He speaks of the tea shop. Obviously. Once it was cleared and no casualties were reported, I shut it down. I heard something about a fireplace. He waves his hand through the air as if swatting a fly. A white lie. The reason why we've been so careful about this whole ordeal is because we do not want to cause more strife. We've got enough of that earth, pray tell. Norfolk lingo. Suddenly you see how very tired this man is. Did you notice what he said? Your real job here is not to solve this crime. It's to dodge arrows with the magistrate. Damn it. That sounds about right. What's your theory? This matter with the tea shop is one big distraction, I'm afraid. Of course it is, right before the election, at the heart of the city. Political manipulation. Think a party is behind it? I'm not saying anything, but while it certainly is an exciting thought, I do not believe any party has enough incentive to pull something like this. My purest guess would be someone with access to arcane artifacts, or at worst, a rogue spellcaster. Someone who would benefit from scared goblins and angry Asgulls. So, a radical. Not a bad guess. However, he is clearly attempting to not play focus on any real powers in the city. What information do you have? Aggressive spread of fire, a loud explosion, militia rush across the halfway bridge and pull it out. He looks out the window. The owner is missing. But no one got hurt. Strife? It's election week, cleric. We've got illegal rallies, copper presses full of lies, and a populace ready to tear their neighbors into pieces. If the city is to survive, you need to play it safe. He rubs his eyes. Then we've also got a tired old Lord Patriarch who haven't lit his billow for years. Yes, Lord Patriarch Akasam. He is old, but he is hanging in there. Oh, not good. There might be an assassin temp on him. That leaves us in charge. You the magistrates? Yes, cleric. We, along with the struggling patriarchs and other palace officials, hold the reins in this election for the party of Norvik. Trust me, it's not easy being a magistrate. Anyhow, the tea shop. Got it. Keep him talking. Need more info before you ask about the tea shop. Might be smart to go for the tea shop question right away. Who knows how you'll fuck it up if you keep asking my questions. Require information, so ask. What do you know about the owner? Of the train shop, a bird folk male called Drum something. The type to show up in all kinds of registers in the palace. But he didn't have any expensive insurance or anything. No insurance at all, in fact. Poor guy. The bird hasn't left the city in any official capacities on a list. He sneaked out of the city. Maybe he's halfway to Voigoni by now. Maybe he's down in the sewers. Who knows, cleric? His kind can be found in all kinds of strange places. Birdfolk are known for their criminal acumen. A rude stereotype, but not statistically wrong. What's your actual job here? Your actual job is to do what I ask of you. It's getting tired of this. Look around the rubble, ask for witnesses or evidence. I want you to keep the goblins happy. Do this and I'll be happy. I need access to the tea shop. His eyes, he's thinking of making a choice. Now's the time to convince him, be careful. The goblins are not the only ones with eyes on our scorched tea shop. In fact, I've been advised to simply ignore the whole thing. To just let it go. That would be a sound choice if the goal is to avoid political fallout. Perhaps. Or perhaps not. Sage Leaf is insistent. He said looking out the window. I'm in a difficult position, Cleric. Do I make it easier for me, will you? To help the goblins? I want to be able to trust you. I am. Trust that you'll be able to keep this on the down low. That is, if anything unseemly were to be uncovered, you'd of course keep such things from non-city affiliated factions. Oh. This cornlet fellow flaps his lips like a barnacle goose, but you can follow. A black feathered medium-sized goose, known to consume travelers up in Toll's Pass. Tortorna. You understand. Not a question of demand. He's gonna steamroll me, right? Yep. He's really manhandling you. Hilarious. Come on, stand up for yourself. He'll respect you for it. You gotta catch up. Oh boy. You've annoyed him. Shit. This could be harder. Nat 20? And future patriarch! That was worth it. That was worth getting. You close your eyes. You listen now, you big buffoon, you. You got approximately 1.5 seconds before the word manager takes control of the conversation again. Dexterity, don't do this. Don't do this, dexterity. So it's time to shoot your shot. And you know exactly what to do. That's for your vote? No! Of course not. You gotta get him off balance, and of course you know how to do that. A counteroffer. Yeah. That's exactly it, sorta. I like how one's like sitting in his lap like, bro, no, we're not doing this. You open your eyes after a very long blink to find the magistrate tapping his fingers against his cheek. I'm a busy man, magistrate. Oh, your comment caused him to stop speaking. It's a start. Your politicking is important, fine. But I have a job to do here. My career is on the line here. He looks at you silent for once. I'm a rational actor. I will obviously keep the city's interests in mind, but in return, you must offer me leeway in this. He leans back in his chair. Grant me access to the tea shop. In return, I'll keep the goblins off your back, and I'll make sure Tollstyle remains calm for the election. The knife is in, now twist it. You have a duty to the city, magistrate. Allow me to perform mine. A smirk creeps onto his face. A rational actor, he mumbles. With what motivation, then? Don't leave him hanging, you know what to say. Shoot, what do we do? Money, power, revenge. Power? Revenge? Shoot. What would be a good play here? We got this far. We can't save. So this is our best bet. We had that 20. That's all we had. And we had that extra bit from that. See, this is a good. This is why I chose that beat. That beat definitely helped us. Revenge, power, money, revenge. He's thinking. Laughing at the paper is a negotiation tactic. You size them up at least a little bit. Fine, I can work with that. The passphrase is cardamom poison. No one would ever speak ill of that wonderful spice. Report back to me on election day. Make sure to clear this up with the goblins before then, will you? Thank you, magistrate. Just make it happen. Woo! Questing tree. Now that was a thing. Okay. We should definitely get our cleric to rest already. This dude has been up since God knows how long. We can definitely go find the others in the morning. We gotta get Snell in the morning too, from the goblin. No, wait, we gotta do the Sphinx quest, so we gotta do that before anything. Ledgers and seals, what we got here? A thick pile of documents, each adorned with a symbol of a fish. Documents, okay. Flip and skim. Not very organized. Oh. A sale by the city of the Ascani Reach Trading Company. Oh, good question said. The older files focus on the oldest. Look for any mention of the tea shop. Oh, 2 hours, been 30 minutes. 30 minutes, gained experience. Some interesting details here, mostly things you've heard before. One detail that sticks out is that several people do mention a man in yellow. Interesting. 90 minutes. We shouldn't spend the hours for a while. Yeah, we gotta get our boy to bed. So a bunch of randoms, huh? It's true the archives contain such information on these people. But having read it, you do have more of an understanding of them all. Perhaps you can use it for good. Yeah, for your own good. You wonder who keeps these records. A bit invasive, but this could be useful. Okay, we're done here. That's a lot of hours to spend on that. We can try flip through this, see if we find anything. Bless! Yes, new spell, new spell. Spell, 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 spell. Where'd it go? Did it already like add? Oh, it added already. Nice. Okay, we're gonna save again. There it goes. The first day on the job. For you lies a bedroll. Take a long rest. Our guy has been exhausted. He's died multiple times and come back to life. He has gone through hell and back. Sitting within the confines of the guard tower, you successfully spent 8 hours on your long rest. 8 hours? It's 10 a.m. then when we're done, right? No need to roll any encounters. You've had enough for one adventuring day. Now let's see. Oh, is it a recap? Getting Alphaz to punch you was an interesting move. Agent Vito sure enjoyed it. Yeah. As for those youngsters, brave of you to rush in like that. Lots of radicals on the streets these days. Okay, so it's giving us like a recap of everything we've done. Modissa and Rolo seem like they've been at war for quite some time. Maybe this won't be the last you see of them. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is like the tower. Oh, we can do our spells here too. And sorry about letting you stumble into the city below. I'm just surprised you made it out alive. To be fair, I explore anywhere, so it's not really the dev's fault. But now it's time to deal with the main quest. The tea shop awaits. She's in our room. Wait, that's her floor. Never mind. Oh, we read through her personal shit. We gotta grab Snell after we do the Sphinx. Day 2, March 23rd, 27 PE. We got 4 days. Your muscles strain as the second day begins. No more exhaustion! And all our spells swapped right back, everything. I had the weirdest dreams. Do you? The rest of a new job, get yourself together. New city, new tower, new bedroll, new-ish. You'd be a little scatterbrained, it is what it is. Some say dreams are the mortal mind's way of receiving divinations. But that's bullshit, just don't think about it, okay? Fall asleep quickly for once, because you are and were exhausted. Gotta keep running around if you want to get shit done. Start your day. Let's get our spells. We have Bless now. Okay, so we got Bless, Cure Wounds, Delight and Increase in Faith, and Prayer of Healing. So let's see. Bless, Divination. Ooh. Alright, we're good. We're not gonna bother her. We can probably check on the papers later on when she's not here. But we are not messing with Celestials today. Nope. We're gonna go to the Drunken Sphinx first. Solve that riddle somehow. You gotta set that thing afire. I think it has to do with fire because she has braziers next to her. Is it brazier or brazier? I know one's correct, one not the other. But whatever. We just gotta get to the Drunk Sphinx. That's the main thing. Cozy spot. What? I'm going the wrong way. It's weird not having Snell with us. But at least we stood up for him. He is our buddy and our companion. I'm telling you, that lady back there before had to have been like a spy. Because come on. Why is she just hanging out there with like a robe? Spooky shit. We are not digging through the trash again, or could we? There's some doors over here. Okay, Drunken Sphinx, here we go. And we can enter. Because of the key! And we are 100% alone. Except for the Sphinx, of course, because she's always here. Alright. Alright. Arcanist Tech. I know what we have to do, but let's save again, because I do not trust this. Not one bit. She's guards shit, too. Hey! Little one. Tell me the riddle again. Give me a hint. A hint? Is that some sort of social taboo? You can ask questions, but no, you do not get a hint. Has anyone solved this riddle? Only a handful of folk have been proven worthy to enter the vault during the eons I've watched over it. Something with you to solve the riddle, right? No. Damn it, that was a hint. New rule, you get one hint. So she can make new rules. Man, she's drunk. That's your one hint. Whatever, got it. Something like that. Guess I should try some stuff. Trial and error, that's the most silly tactic I've seen over the years. Which looks surprisingly funny with her whole feline body thing going on. Now get it back at it, little one. Okay, so now with the wine. Can't cast grease. Arcanist flame. We need fire. We definitely need something here, because this looks like plates like for offerings, but I'm guessing it's fire. Wait, can we? Wait, questing tree. That doesn't have anything yet. Nothing here. What's this? No, it's plates. Barrel, 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 barrel. Plates. We need a spell or something to help do this with. What do we see here? Diskettes. Historically infused stone disc, which has been engraved with a spoken word. We have second level. Oh, hells yeah. Now we're talking. So my night spending looking over track lists. Deal as 15 times in a row. Dillion's last stand. Okay. Okay. Take the other buttons. The change be dust. Maybe this has to do it? And the first three are playable. Hill walls, chains be dust. Try that. Maybe it's a song we gotta play for her? How do we create fire? Bless, cure wounds, alignment, shield of faith. Can't put anything in here. Items. Burns. Constitution. Strength. We can actually put it in here to actually get better at that. With some charisma, damage high damage. Man. I know we need, but we need to get some other stuff. But okay, never mind that. Let's go to the tea shop. Or you know what? We gotta get Snell. Or wait. Quest. Questing tree. We learned something new with the Sphinx over here. Form some type of action, something beyond the scope of a simple dialogue. Okay. Trying to think of what to do for that. So it has to be an action. We don't have any spell that could help. How much our money? We have 90 coins. We gotta start selling stuff. We can sell this hat. That's not bad. Wait, minus strength. Can we? I could probably wear this. Yeah. So why am I not? Oh, okay. So I can't put it on my... I like my 15 in dexterity. It's hard to get rid of. Trying to think. So we have one empty feat slot left. So we have Future Patriarch, Dick-Ass Rogue, and Money Talks. That helped us a lot with the guy, with talking with him. Okay, actually first, I want to get Snell back, so let's go get Snell. Oh wait, we can go through here. We just gotta go through here and through the other entrance. We need Snell. Oh, we can't bring him, but maybe there's other goblins we can take. That Raz guy seemed pretty good. Can we get Raz, or is it only Snell? Okay, Goblin Garden. It's called Goblin Garden. Got the Toastad? No. We need the Goblin. There's Raz. He might not have what we need, though. Let's see. We have one cantrip. Okay, it's fire. Goblin Garden. There we go. Here we go. We got to find Snell here, unless he has his house in the path. Oh, he's right there. Can we talk to any other goblin here? Over here? Except for the lady. Who else do we got? Who else we got? Who else we got? Who else we got? Wait, that lady with the mushroom hat. Does she have anything? I hope it's not expensive. Or can we sell the hat to her, maybe? It's a useful hat, but I'd rather have 1,000 crowns. Back up to lunch. Damn it. Behold. Well, we are stealing, which is pretty bad. But it's okay. Can we talk to anyone else here? What's this over here? River. Wait, river. Hold on, hold on. What's this? Many holes? Why did you do that? What? It was cultivated there. It was a pot of mushroom. I didn't mean to do that. They're just yours to mold. Someone worked hard cultivating those, and now you just taken them. Some of it's sermon by the gods. Put these plants to better use. Take whatever you can. Can I put them back? No, you have to live with it. Literally no one will care. I guess so. Well, damn. Made it make me feel bad about taking a mushroom. So we gotta wait till noon to see that other thing. I should have got there first, but nah. What? Sea folk? Neat. Hello. Not now. Oh. Entity highly interesting. What do you mean not now? Damn it. There's a goblin up there. Okay, so we gotta wait for noon. Cause I think that other I wanna see that other goblin. Or we can talk to Raz again. We didn't get a chance to really do it last time. At least not very well. Actually, how did that assassin get here if Lady Sageleaf is watching over this place? How did that assassin get here? Without getting past the dragon herself. Okay, there's Raz. Can we actually recruit him? Or is he just gonna be an asshole? Hey, Raz. Fuck off, human. Okay, fair. So we gotta wait 2 hours. Let's go check out the tea shop with... I want to check out with our buddy. Actually, we could get Snell, do our things with Snell, and then have him go back for a little bit, and then do the Sphinx thing. I don't know. There's so much stuff I could do. It's really hard to decide what to do. Just get Goblin Garden. Okay, hey buddy. How you doing?
Huh?
Morning, cleric. Goblin with his eyes. Ready to head out? Yeah, more or less. By the way, yesterday with Darrow. Thanks. Doesn't make much of a difference to people like him, but seeing you stand up to Darrow like that? Priceless. I did what was right. What an honorable cleric we've picked up. Oh boy. Finally, Snell puts a pouch inside his inner jacket pocket. Oh, crown? Seems like a fair amount. Alright, I'm ready. We're not gonna take his money. Snell has joined your party. Yeah, we're not stealing Snell's stuff. Okay, come on. That's a rogue 101. Never steal from your buddies. But we do want to find the guy in yellow. So we should go down towards the southern area, right? What's this? Simi, son of Strokeback. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. How do we get there? Or do we go to Waterlane and check again for that guy? Dormitory out of commission. I mean, we have our own like little pocket hole of stuff, whatever. Alright, do we go downward or upwards? Rana seems not want to talk to us outside of the tavern. Going during the daytime, but we don't have any spells to use. We don't have money. We have 90 crowns and we need to grab more. Can we go down here yet? No. Okay. Oh, that thing's open now. Or at least... Okay. Okay. What the heck? It's on here now. Some dwarves. We could check the warehouse now. We could. What's this do? Try and look. This is the warehouse, right? Or I guess nearest. Ascani reads. Hey! The orc stands among fancy furniture. A crackling fireplace lights up her face as you approach. Welcome to the Ascani Reed Trading Company, cleric. It's the orc lady again. Beware her manipulation. And also tell her she looks lovely. How's the freestarting going? That's not a verb I usually hear. But it's going well. We're currently deep in paperwork with a new partner. A lot of work. She walks over to the desk, grabbing a piece. It could be a good idea to search the guild warehouse below. Not only to find some goodies, but also to check out what's going in and out of the city. The one of us fruit lady is the one who comes and goes, so talk to her. I'll never forget that punch, cleric. Probably not the most difficult challenge to go to dwarf like Alphas, but taking it like that, really impressive. Thanks. It hurt. I did it for you. That's nice of you. The cringe is oh so badly. Now things are a bit busy here. We're currently deep in paperwork with a new partner. Tea shop owner. One greasy burb, he's good at his job. What about him? What do you know about him? He's a yobu. Speaks through those mimicry voices. Oh, yobus. That's what they meant by that. There was some kind of conflict with that ownership of his property at one point with the HWBT. Where can I find him? No clue. Need access to the guild warehouse. Of course, we could have that arranged. Take some time, of course, security clearance and such. Unless I suppose you could speed it up. I can hear it out. Great. She walks over to her drawer and pulls out several papers. I got a perfect little task for a strong cleric like yourself. Oh no. She stuffs the yellow documents in your hand. EFAs. Ah, cool. Every good entrepreneur knows about these. That's the one. Capital Dominion. An Ascani economic freestyle accord. We've been unable to hand them out previously due to legal reasons. If we landed them in a good position in the future government. So in preparation, we're opening talks with a number of local entrepreneurs. Having these handed out by an official clerk would make this process a lot more official, however, greatly expediting the process. At least our numbers seem to indicate that the folk are much more agreeable to city officials than our own staff. Want to hand out pamphlets? Oh, no. Snaps the documents in your hand. These are legal documents showing every clause in the local EFA. Very generous terms that will greatly assist the local corporations in growth, revenue, and stability. Not all talk, you know. We hand out contracts? Yeah, mostly for them to take a look at. Once you get 3 Tolstad businesses on paper, we'll meet our pre-election quota. That'll make my bosses very happy. 3 businesses, huh? If you want to deliver them to more, go ahead. The businesses need to be established, but not necessarily registered. If you're not sure, you can hand them out anyway. Off the top of my head, I can recommend Viskins and the Drunk Sphinx. I'm sure you can find more. Come back once you have it. Alright. So to get access to that warehouse, we're gonna have to do that. Okay, so Barkeep's not gonna be in for a while. We can't go here because the crowns is not done, and we don't have the crowns for that. Our guy is not done. Our guy, well, guy doesn't really like to business per se. Go to Tolstad. We can't go to the Drunk Sphinx because it's too early. We can go down below for a little bit because we can't. Oh, maybe the mushroom lady, but we can't go there yet either because she's not back for another 2 hours. Jesus, this is ridiculously hard. Alright, go here. Well, it's not hard, it's like everything's like time management. Which is a good thing, because time has to pass by somewhat. What was that? Behold, lower layer. This is where we gotta go, right? Yep. Actually, we can go up. Wait, this is an established business, so we could free stride up top. That, because Vistani is an actual place, so we can give him this. That'll be 1. Go to the newsstand. That's 2. Hello. Oh. How quaint. I have no interest in dealing with those methods unless I am forced to in the event of a governmental shift, which, considering you have been instructed to handing these out, most likely that's what's going to happen. Thus I will indeed most likely sign this in the end. He's being a bitch about it. Who cares? Future's coming, old man. Good, that's all I needed. Okay. Wanna buy some milk? Milk? No thank you, I have no need of some now. Milk runner. I see. You should not let this task get in the way of your more important quest, cleric. That is my suggestion. Fair. Tell me about this guy. You want to run down right in front of him? I don't think he can hear us. That's not the point. Can you hear us? No, cleric, nor am I listening. Give me the rundowns now. Local mortician, unaffiliated, works on contracts with the city. The HWBT has to deal with him, partly because he's a neighbor and partly because he's not, you know, human. A normal person. He's not the type you want to make enemies with, but hey, he seems to like you, so good job at that. Keep your distance just to be safe. Snell warned you about him. This is a zombie. Thank you, bye. Okay, so we definitely gotta figure out what's his deal. Let's go to the newsstand. That might actually help out. And Drunk Sphinx is one, obviously. But we can get in there any time, but the tiefling is not gonna be back until evening. So let's try and get this. I mean, this is a business, I would think. Hello. Huh? It's you again. Buying something? Interview between Rollo and Modissa. Oh yeah, I heard. That's good, I was worried something bad would happen. Don't tell Rollo I told you to go there, okay? I won't. Good. You're lucky no one got killed. Anything about any assassins? Nothing comes to mind, I mean. There's always a bunch of weirdos running around the city below, you know? About Iron Masks. The kid stares at you. That's... yeah, I've heard that before. Oh, this kid's useful! Tell me. It's like, only rumors, right? But there's this group of angry people in the city ranks. They wear iron masks, apparently, and they fight against corruptions. You know, like dark vigilantes? What are they mad about? Taxes? More like anti-freestyle stuff. They don't like democracy? I guess, or more like dirty money, corruption stuff. Magazine story. Yeah, it's unreal. Like I said, it's probably just rumors. Or is it? Thanks for telling me. No problem. Citizen. Okay, so we can't give him the thing. Apples. We got an hour before the guy gets back. Questing tree. Anything new? Not really. Is that a helmet? Can we even get that? Hi. She's wearing some sort of hat with an attached veil covering her face. Well, we can see her face in this. Some of them have quite potent exterior arrows. She tries to say something, it was clear and evil due to her layers of insulation. I bring the mask hat from her face. I said, God, it's so cold here. You see how her skin has a faint blue tint? That along with her small figure makes it obvious to you. She's a halfling. You carry that around? Would that impress you? Chef sat you behind her with an evil grin. Let me introduce us formally. This here, behind me, is my guardian, Cruel Wing. A wing of cruelty, flying evil, something like that. I call him Filler. A gargoyle. Earth elemental, terribly powerful. Him? The one and only. As for me, I am Uyuguri, the traveling wind. I'm probably saying that totally wrong, I'm sorry. See who brings that which tingles around the coast, from band to band. Her voice carries in a wonderfully exotic tonal melody. Sounds something useful then. Always warrior, always. I'm getting used to this. What do you call it here? Crown? Yes. Give me your crown, you still have great treasures. She speaks strangely, somewhat. She knows the language perfectly, but the way she talks is off. Ah, she's under the effect of tongues. So you're that Gamishian vendor that came by the other day. Oh, I'm popular then. She gives the goblin a glare. You're affiliated with the dragon I hear about? Yeah, everything worked out with the application? It did. Some regards to your queen. She's not a... Sure, I'll do that. What do you say? You're a local entrepreneur, right? Suppose. Ah, one of these I see. Not entirely sure I reached the requirements of being a local, but I suppose it can't hurt to look over the legals here. Thank you. Shop. Great. What can I interest you in? For example, comprehend languages. Okay. Bone dust. Give me that helmet. 300. I'll take that empty Afraidy bottle. 50 crowns. Haggle, haggle. Dream patches. All for now. Can I buy some milk? Milk? Yes. From a cow? Yes. Is it fresh? Yes. Are you carrying more bottles of milk? Yes. How much would that milk cost? 2,000 crowns? How large is this bottle? Yes. Interesting. So you'll buy one? No. Very interesting. Why are you leading me on here? She says nothing and just smiles. How polite. How dastardly. Leave. Oh, there's like another, like, bar on the roof. Okay, we can't... Okay, let's go here. Oh, what's this? Name of the tea shop. Well, we know. Cardamom poison. The blue of the arcane lock spell just fades away. They fall to the ground, one after the other. You actually made it in. Well done. The goblin shakes his head. Cardamom? You don't like cardamom cakes now? I don't partake, cleric. You can smell it already. It's like you're looking to a burnt-out fireplace. The ash and cinder is all that remains. The goblin gives you a serious look. It's time, cleric. You get ready to step inside, your whole body shivering. Keep your guard up. Get ready to run. Death! This is death! Stop wondering about death. It's making you really nervous. Here we go. It reeks. Let's see what we got. Stepping behind the counter. There are compartments filled with ruined tin boxes. In the back, there's a complicated set of tubes and pipes combining into some type of tea-making machine. Brewer, not often you get to see these things these days. For such a fine and expensive piece of machinery to break, a shame. I'll have a sweet with cream, please. Into the counter. Oh, make that half cream, actually. My tummy's sensitive today. He's making fun of humans and their love of milk. Not the best joke, but you'll like it more if you play along. We only serve half-source oat milk, sir. Looks at the counter and looks at you again. Look at his face, pure shock. Good one, cleric. You had his claw, check the counter. For a short instant, he actually thought you were funny. Damn. Look at the top counter. Charred boxes. Tin boxes full of tea leaves. There they're supposed to be. The heat from the explosion has melted both the tin and its contents. It's just ash now. I was hoping at least one of these would be intact. Selling tea is a legit side hustle. The margins are bonkers. Look at the machine. Pipes and levers melted. Glass shattered. This is one fine work of engineering. Check the output valve. Metal valve at the end, it's shut. It's only shut when it's brewing. That means it was working during the explosion. You turn the valve, copper flying towards you, hitting your helmet with a dink. You totally let it do that. Oh, there's more. Shit, step back. The valve burst open, releasing an oozing pile of tea, ash, and God's only knows what else onto the floor. Gods be damned, Snell nutters and holds his nose. The scent is particularly awful. Avoid. Avoid! Try to survive. Fuck. God damn it. No. You smell the fetid, melted ooze. Your mind goes blank. Your mouth waters. Everything goes black. Cleric? Did I faint? Yeah, that's not good. You will wake. Your time is not yet. Oh. You open your eyes. Snell is standing over you. You good? I'm good. I don't believe you, but cool. Let's keep going, okay? Alas. You persevere. Yeah, great job, man. Now stop smelling weird shit. You are not enjoying it. What did I gain from this? A long ding comes out from the machine as a dry dribble of ooze exits the canister. It's still operational. What the hell? More like leaking innards. A death knell. After the bell, a box opens up at the top of the machine. You see dry tea leaves. It's the steam leaves. They're supposed to add extra flavor. And that said, there are uko leaves from Kargamash. So wait, this thing was ready to go. Doesn't that mean that it was being used during an explosion? Possibly. Grab the leaves. Carefully place the dry leaves in your pouch. The goblin gives you a nod. Now we can please not hang around this goop. Look at the surface. Slab of wood covering the stone base of the countertop. More like charcoal at this point. Okay. So we found some leaves to investigate. On the floor beneath the shelf, you find a pile of broken porcelain. Damn, it's like a clump, he says and coughs a little. The heat must have been extremely intense at this spot to cause such an effect. Try to pick one up. Grabbing the edge of a cup reveals how stuck it is. You can't move it an inch. They've been deformed by the fire. The heat must have been thousands of degrees. Can't I pull it harder? It would only break. Not no use. Okay. Whatever content once filled this chamber has been pushed up against the cracked walls. The dwarven masonry is damaged in various locations, and every single thing in the chamber is burnt. This is the center, but where exactly did the explosion originate from? The stony tiles, scorch marks, and general aesthetic makes this look like a dragon's lair. Beware, beware. Check the ceiling. Your heart beats quicker. You glance upwards, finding the somewhat high ceiling of the chamber to be scorched but intact. Arn saw blue flames, archival knowledge, iron beams. Once they stood straight, holding the ancient tunnel upright. Askew and weak, yet they still stand. It's a miracle this place hasn't collapsed entirely. You should probably leave. Debris. A quick search reveals nothing but charred rock and scrap. Remnants of furniture, shelves maybe, chairs. Pushed up against the corners of the room, a violent sudden force of heat compressed it all. It was an instant that everything became nothing. Your thoughts?
Huh?
It's a damn blast zone. Any theories? I'll tell you what I think, Cleric. I think, and I'm very sure of this, that this very powerful fireball cell was cast right on this spot. Clearly. But look, I'm no expert. But he has good intention. Exactly how would that happen is confounding to me. Let's both look over the debris and as much as we can to the old lady. Great plan. Thanks. Come on. Fuck. Kidding me? He's frustrated. Try again. Yeah, we have a shard. Come on. This is important. We somehow managed to clutch that one. You look around and find the damage confusing. While centered in the chamber, the damage appears uneven, as if the force of the explosion was struggling with itself. Maybe someone combusted themselves? With that thought, you receive a vision. Replaying the event in your mind, an explosion. In the chamber. Conflagration spreading. It just doesn't work. However, you experiment in your head with the idea of multiple explosions. Suddenly, it clicks. The floor. It has several marks. You start counting. 1, 2, 3. It's not enough. Looking around this chamber, you see several points in which the fire clearly spread. The explosion is... No, explosions. Explosions. Multiple. Your companion lifts his head from whatever scraps he was looking over. What'd you say? You keep counting. 4, 5... There were multiple explosions. 4, 5, 6... Fires, the immense force. 7, 8. You point the last spot on the floor where you're standing. 9. 9? 9 of them. The goblin's gaze dances across the chamber. You see his face contour as it dawns on him. More than one. I'm about to blow his little mind, aren't you? You stares at your fingers. He won't mention it, he's too kind. He looks around the chamber, concerned. Walk me through it. How do 9 explosions go off at the same time? We got a cabal of sorcerers? A coven? What? Cabal might be actually use it. Careful now. Do you really want to share this info with him? The goblin's not your boss. You don't need to tell him anything. Could be useful to keep this to yourself for now. I feel like we should trust him. He's our friend. Necklace of fireballs. Necklace of... You can see his mind working behind his sharp eyes. Huh. Do you think it's possible? Like the assassination of Priestess Iona? Something like that. He nods and looks around at the destruction. The mass-produced shit they'd use in the Coast War. It wouldn't get close to this level of force. Telling me someone tossed 9 beads of fireball, a full charge and practically invaluable magic item, into a damn tea shop? Could be an esoteric mystery as well. And Norva's gonna be filled with esoteric pockets of fireball as well. Then where wins the lecture's in for a fun time? Well, shit. Another thing to report. Ole's not gonna believe it. I feel like it's good that we let him know, because he is our partner. He's our buddy. He kind of knows. It would kind of be bad to like, not tell him. The only not disintegrated thing in the central chambers is this stone slab. It's just very cooked. A table. It was once a stone table. Now it is as scorched as the rest of the tea shop. Maybe leave it alone. Your arms cannot carry that burden. Screw you, strength. Ah, yes, a table. It must have been flipped over by the force of the explosion. You want to flip a table? It's damn heavy. Even with Snell, this is really heavy. This is something interesting here. Make sure you look around first. We have Snell. 20! You grab the thick table with your gloved hands, gripping it firmly, strongly. Snell copies your movements. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Flip the table. Oh! Yeah! Someone did die. You stare into the dark corner of the tea shop. Amidst soot and broken tiles, you see a corpse. It almost disappears into the destruction around it. Snell stares at it. He is silent. Oh. God should be good. Huh. Earth be blessed. Snell nods slowly. Your words hang in the air. No one responds. It is a comfort, nonetheless. The corpse appears completely charred to you. Such destruction would make it very difficult to identify. The size is average, in human terms, somewhat slender. Hard to make out anything other than a silhouette. The goblin steels himself. How much experience do you have with corpses, cleric? Basic mission training, nothing practical. The goblin breaks his intense stare down at the corpse and turns to you. He's afraid the corpse will awaken. Not an unreasonable concern. Cleric. I can handle it. Good to hear. Should we get a preliminary checkup just to scope out the scene? Then we'll get a transport to the Lich House, I guess. It's close by. Uh-huh. He is barely listening to you. I took the head. You, took the hand or something? He's keeping a healthy distance. The goblin is afraid. He does not want to touch the corpse. You feel bad for him. Nasty business this turned into. Time to get to work. Step up. Take a few careful steps up to it. Kneel down. Seeing it up close causes you to shake. Look at the torso. A dark mass, one skin. Nothing appears to be but a solid mass. It does not even smell. She was incinerated, fully, in an instant. Self-combustion? The intense heat caused rapid muscle contraction, freezing the woman in place. She placed herself in this position, most likely to take cover from the explosion. Nothing but blackened, brittle carbon residue. So there was a customer in here then. You are quite certain this was a woman. The mortician will have to determine that. Woman, unknown age, you caught up in the position moments before the explosion. She did not suffer. Got it. Good info. He leans in slightly closer. Too far to see anything. The poor goblin. You see the left hand is half destroyed. Perhaps they landed on it. Could have shattered in the fall if the source of the fire was instantaneous enough. The right hand is clenched near the victim's hip, holding something. A clue, of course. I've read stories like this. The victim always grips something important when they die. It's like something brittle in the grip. Perhaps leave it for later. You'd have a real gentle touch not to break the content of that fist. Go for it. Whew! Thank you, dexterity. Slowly and deliberately, you sneak your fingers underneath the fingers. And something comes loose. The chain. A thin gold chain, or parts of it. Interesting. However, the second after you see it, you watch it begin to glow. An esoteric glow. It starts to break apart in front of your eyes. The gold chain within seconds turning into another pile of dust. The fuck? That was magic, right? A cursed necklace? A defense mechanism. Nothing can deal with now. Check out the head. Not much to see. Fire's burned off everything. While charred beyond recognition, the skull itself is fairly intact. The mouth is intact. Good. And why is that good? So you can have someone to talk to, of course. Speak with dead. Speak with dead. We don't have Speak with dead. Do I notice anything else? A good question. Looking for distinguishing features, you do notice something interesting. The ears. Ears. Look at the ears now. He squints. What about them? Is the shape off to you? Well, yeah, because of the fire, unless you mean... Oh. Oh. Wait. Despite barely keeping a recognizable form, remains of the ears have a peculiar shape. They're sharp. It's a goblin! Pointy ears. He looks around. There's only one humanoid creature on the coast with this body size and pointy ears. Not an orc, not a gnome, and not a human. Takes a step back. No chance. Oh boy. Just the concept of the rare creature being found in the second-rate tea shop. A rare creature? Wait, an elf? There is no doubt. Oh no. Your companion glares at the corpse. He then slowly turns towards you. Oh no. Oh dear gods. It's a damn elf. Shit. Spilled tea. Finished investigating the tea shop. So an elf is behind it, or elf is a victim. That's not good. Scent of Ukto, Miss Flame amiss. This the death you fear, the dramatic end to your career. Did they know? No, they couldn't have. Yet you have, through no means of your own, landed in this trapped hallway of a mission. You only have one choice now. What? Find out exactly why this happened. Who killed the elf? Who blew up the tea shop? You feel the answer must lie below. Far, far below. Oh boy. Oh. Vishton. Oh boy. The duck. Your eyes follow the towering dark night as he walks past, heading down the stairs. The body is secured. Good, good. The pale man answers behind his desk. Snell leans against the iron slab, his eyes fastened entirely upon the elvish corpse across the chamber. I think I expected a dwarf. Huh? A dwarf. Why? The tea shop used to be a gathering place for the Asgulls. My first thought was of infighting or political assassination. But an elf? There's like 3 of them in the entire city. What should I say? Just share your feelings. How bad is this? The alien were powerful even in Norvik. If one of their own got offed, yeah, it could spell trouble for sure. We shouldn't have brought him here. Look, I'll say it again, he's a weirdo, but the old lady has to deal with him. So for better or worse, he's our guy. Should be easy to identify an elf, right? You'd think that, I'm guessing it'd be impossible. This is above my rank. But I don't see anyone jumping at the chance, so... You're still serving the old lady for now. So what now? He takes a deep breath. The goblin does not look forward to reporting all of this. Gather any remaining clues in this shop. And report to Lady Sageleaf. ASAP. As soon as possible. You hear the pale man clear his throat across a circular chamber. I am finished with my report. Yeah, you obviously also want to do the thing. You know the thing! Oh. Elaborate. The thing you clerics do with the corpses? Speak with the dead? You never had a chance to speak with the dead before. Spell? Oh, it's called that? Right, that's the one. Capable of doing. Phrasing like that doesn't evoke trust in your abilities, cleric. You got 5 questions for that spell, right? With that, you should be able to figure out who, what, why, when, and so on. Tell you something about that spell. It's up to Viskin. Here's a report. Yeah, sure, lead the way. We can probably get the spell off of him somehow. We don't have the spell. Can we even cast that yet? If not, we're gonna have to go down below anyway. 28. We had assistance. What do you need to tell him about spell casting? Quite a bit. He seems wary on the subject. How do I get more spells? You have 2 ways. You could spend time learning them, drafting pages out of the palace archives. Or the library in the towers, since you obviously would have some access to that. I don't believe you have time for either of those options, so I would suggest the other route. What's that? Spell scrolls. Right, scrolls with spells on them. Indeed. Now, Tosta is filled with all kinds of strange caches. You'll probably encounter more just by looking around. Get your hand on a scroll and just memorize it. Can't touch a spell, doesn't matter. Sure, thanks. Can you teach me magic? I thought you don't have time for a proper lecture at the moment. At the election, I could make time if you're interested. Great knowledge awaits. Until then, you're free to browse my collection. And of course, here, Charm Person. A copy of Charm Person. It will surely be useful to you. A truly diabolical spell. The towers teach it only to higher tier spellcasters usually, despite its first level. It's a great shortcut to charming people, although you gotta be careful with the fallout. Well, as I noticed, you should speak with Shen down on Waterlane View. It will cost you, but you could fix it right up. As a cleric, you obviously only need your faith to cast spells, but it won't hurt in the long run. Very well. Wow, that's evil. Treating a servant like that is despicable. Sounds like a good practice. Maybe I will. That's all the help I need. 28. Teach nothing by. Okay. We need to speak with the dead. What do we have here? Damn, this one's got a whole library here. I've read all these before, of course. I'll just refresh my memory. Right, good. Okay, so we could go back to the goblin area. Because now that other person should be back, she might have a spell we need. We need Speak with the Dead. And I don't think Viskin likes us enough to give us a scroll. And we don't want to tell him about the scroll we found down here. Something about him is just very uneasy. And we don't have Speak with Dead, do we? We don't. Cure Room's Bless. We have Charm Person. Yeah, we have Charm Person now. We gotta prepare that. Okay, let's see if that lady's back. Even though my dog is having her own little issue. So after we speak to this person, we will end stream. So let's keep talking to her. Hello, person. Nesson of the Green. Underneath a large red hat, her drooping gaze slowly glides towards you. Not a hat, she's got an actual mushroom growing out of her skull. Give me 1 minute, guys. Hey, come over here. Sorry, doggo is being doggo. Give me 1 second with my doggo. Hey, what are you doing? Pupper, come over here. There you go. Okay. Nice corner you got here. And her grin widens even more somehow. Abort, run, leave. Oh god, she's trouble. She's real trouble. Look at the side of her head. Look at those. Ashen hue. A drow. Oh, Snell seems to be behind a bit. An elf. In these days you only see a handful of these gangly freaks. The city holds many folks, but elves are both few in number and seldom intermingle with lesser races. But look at her. This is no elf of Ilum. A Pimia. Yep, the Underdark. Hello, elf. Hear a guttural chuckle leave her lips. A man deals into the garden, his sights set on the mysterious below. Are you that man? Yes, how'd you know? Goblins are not the only ones who know whisper underneath. She tilts her head in comically large mushroom hat. I'm talking about plants and such. The elf stammers. Is that an idiolect? She turns around, her red eyes glimmering beyond a mist of spores. Neswilka of the Green. Call me Nesen. I'm underling to Hierophant Ophidana. Darker pale glow. So this is pretty much drow. Of course, a druid. Okay, she communes with nature itself. You're a spellcaster. I spend my days handling primal forces that which grows and decays. We don't want to piss her off, so just keep her happy. Do you know much of it? Like, warlockism? Spirits do inhabit all living things. Although compared to making a deal with some fiend, I can promise you trees are much more austere. She lowers her gaze for what she realizes the first time since she raised it. I would like to hear about your tale, human. There is much to be learned from your folk and your settlement in this band. It speaks as though the Earth folk's 60-something years of civilization building is nothing but a footnote in a history book. I mean, elves do live a long time. How sustainable is your lifestyle? Both or either. Think about it. You can probably sustain yourself for a long ass time. Who cares, really? If you run out of shit, you go to another place and take that shit instead. That's how it works. Oh god, you're focusing too much on the question instead of focusing on what she wants to hear. It's pretty sustainable. That's not good at all, human. Your kind requires much more sustenance. A true statement. Please consume food. I'll make up for it later. Your legs tremble. To be fair, you haven't had a decent meal in a long time. She shows you a word expression. Care for yourself. Do not let the adulation of gold hinder a healthy lifestyle. Mushrooms. Please eat. It's as the hedonists say. Listen to your empty stomach. She's well read, even if it's an archaic rubbish. Handouts, don't mind if I do. She places the palm against the rough floor. Ophidana has helped keep the undersea from being overtaken by unbalancing powers. Demigods, fiends, celestials, you're human, arcanists. Each creates a power that only overtakes the primal. They do so with ease. Don't worry, nature always survives. More often it does, but look at your so-called burned coast and those cursed lands in Dimilor. Nature makes its way through most things, but there are forces in the world that can wring the life out of every band if it so wishes. Magic is not what it used to be, but she is wise to stay. We must stay vigilant. Take deeper and deliberate breath. Tell me, human, do you have a mate? What the hell? Do not answer that. If he's nature's a close ally, you should... What? Well? Your cheeks clench. Oh no. No, not good. Your command takes a few steps further away. Hostile? No, probably not. Elaborate. I only mean most humans in this settlement group in pairs. If those of your kind do the same, form such long-term committed partnerships. Oh. I'm the cleric, I go solo. I see, it is the same here then. The path of an historic guardian is to be alone. Dale starts adding some kind of oily liquid to her mushroom bowl. Golden, perhaps from some kind of undersea whale? If this old elf can guide you in any way, make it so. If not, return to my toil. Swim your primal attunement. Shit. Come on, I can try it again, right? Play look at mushroom, but you cannot sense it. Nothing. Magic is working. Takes time, practice, patience. You move from mind to muscle. You keep clenching. Oh, don't. Pressure. Pain. I'm hurting myself. Perhaps this was a foolish choice. Ouch. We can try again. We have a shard. Yeah, there we go. Primal attunement. Let's go. You kneel. Hmm? You need to prove it. Your attunement to nature. Interesting. Yes, yes. To ground before you. Must show what you've learned in your studies. We're almost there, guys. Hold your breath over the bowl. Hold your hand over the bowl. As you reach out, the elf hums. She then moves the bowl even closer to you. We've done this before. You believe that's all you require. Magic's not exact science, despite what the instructors in the tower used to tell you. The esoteric in your realm does not conform to rules. That is the only rule they truly follow. Now feel the oily mushrooms inside the bowl. The strings within them, around them. Grab one. What's a string? What the oh? Wisdom? 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 Did I kill one of my stats? At first, nothing. Then a twinge. Whatever you touch is connected with the spores, the growth, the decay. You did little, but you did something. Okay, thank God he's not dead. The elf nods. What'd I do? You ruined my brew. Shit. Oh, whoops. You caused the fungi in the bowl to change acidity. It's subtle, but it's there. Druidcraft! Yes! Unlock natural interactions. Ooh. Of course, I'm a natural. You are, aren't you? The content wiggles before you. I mean, the mushroom come to life? No, they are supposed to be like that. You did not perform that big of an historic feat. Not yet, at least. 45. Ooh. Perhaps. I love plants. Very well. That's all the magic questions for now. Okay. Ads. Hello, Franco. Ads. Unfortunately, this is where we're ending for the day, buddy. You came a little late. Cause we finally got a lot done. Oh, look at look at all these. There's still some things in the background too. But this is where we're ending for today, Franco. You came a little late, buddy. Unfortunately, we are ending for the day, so we are gonna do a raid browser again. See who's up. See who's doing raids. Or who's up for a raid. Divery is already following her. Let's see. Is there anyone new we can help with? Kira Kaiju. They haven't been up for that long. Let's go to Divery. Might as well. Alright. Unfortunately, I am, buddy. We're doing a raid soon. I've been streaming for over 3 hours. I gotta take a break. But yes, I am leaving for the day. I usually do raids, so you can go and see the other person for quick. But unfortunately, I am. It's been 3 hours since I started streaming. I know, buddy. Goodbye then. Have a good one, okay? Alright. Have a good one, everybody. See you tomorrow.